What you saying, man? And welcome back. We're live and direct in the ting, in the cut, live in the cut, on time for once. AB talks ball here early. We're actually on time. I know you're surprised, but we're here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Erislandy Lara is currently fighting Gonzalez, and Erislandy Lara dropped Gonzalez in the first round already. Do you know what I'm saying? So this fight shouldn't be too long, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got this fight, then we've got Stephen Fulton, and then we get to the main event. Let me just put this up. Lara versus. Oh. What are you man telling me? Has anyone watched the Rants fight back on the playback thing yet? Anyone watched the Rants fight back? I ain't even had time, bro. I've been setting up this stream. Like I say, Erislandy Lara fighting Gonzalez. Erislandy Lara was meant to be fighting Janabek, but Janabek was found with adverse findings in his system. And I think it was Osterine. I think it's the same substance that Ryan Garcia had against Devin Haney. So now, yeah, Gonzalez has stepped in on Tuesday. Do you know what I'm saying? So Lara's on a 4-streak winning knockout streak. Gonzalez apparently has 18 wins in the first round, but it's mostly against low-level opposition. So, and like I say, Gonzalez was dropped in the first round. It's the second round now. So no matter what happens, as long as Gonzalez gives the best he's got, man can't really disrespect him too much. Because like I say, it's Saturday and he stepped in on Tuesday. So, you know what I'm saying? Not even yet. Never let Gunman promote another fight. That stream was shocking. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I don't know anything about the influencer scene. Do you man know if like he's been doing this for a while, or he's got a background in this, or do you not know anything about his history with regards to how this social media boxing thing works? Because man don't know about all that. Let me message Shane. I know he was out at dinner. Gonna message him, see if he's still out or if he's gonna make it on the stream or not. Let's see. But thank you, man, for locking in. You man are serious, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if anyone's here from America. We've got a few people watching. I'm from the UK. I'm from London myself. So for us, it's 2:30 in the morning over here. But we've got to do it. You know what I'm saying? We've got to make it happen for the stream. We've got to make it happen for the people then. Do you know what I'm saying? Just messaging Shane, seeing if he's still out. I know he was out. We spoke like an hour ago. He was still out. I only really know about Misfits and MVP. Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, we popped up for something different. Giovanni, what you saying, my bro? What you saying? F1 finale today. I'm gonna definitely miss that because that's a Lex thing. But I'm gonna be asleep. Janabek popped for Meldonium. What does that do? Do we know what that actually does, or what that's supposed to do? But like on the video as well as always, the earliest stream was lit. Do you know what I'm saying? I had to put a couple man in their place earlier. Do you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, unfortunately, that's what it is, blood. When you're dealing with the general public, sometimes that's what it is. Big up you and Shane. Missed the live earlier. Was watching it back now. Bear jokes, bro. I was just saying I had to apologize and I had to just get a bit aggressive with a couple man in the stream and put them in their place. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's get too excited on this internet thing. Erislandy Lara piecing up Gonzalez. Bro, I don't know how them man do it, you know. I don't know how them man do it. I don't know how they do it, bro. Some of these big influencers with bare people. It's one thing I always say about expressions. Everybody that stops him and wants to take a picture and all that kind of stuff, he always shows them bare respect. He's very well known. It's funny, like, because X is a kind of a comedian character, people feel like they really know him. Do you know what I'm saying? So people just walk up to him and just chat to him like they know it. Do you know what I'm saying? And he always makes time for everybody. So I do rate that because I ain't got the social man them that know me. It's different in it. Like man, them any of you man that walks up to me, yo, it's Mac, it's Samson, whatever. That's different in it. Do you know what I'm saying? But if it's man I don't know walking up to me on an attitude thing, I'm probably gonna respond badly. Do you know what I'm saying? On the street, I don't know these man. But yeah, shout out to everyone that's here. I think it helps. That's what it is. Yeah, it helps you keep energy. Wow, and that's dangerous, bro. That is dangerous. Do you know what I'm saying? So that is very, very much a metabolic advantage. Man can't even run the gimmick that is not an advantage when it blatantly is. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mac, Samson, Ahmad, all the man them. Yeah, bear mods. Yeah, Ravage is a mod. But Ravage is a part-time mod, blood. He's not serious, bruv. So I'll probably make a couple mods in the chat as well. But like it was cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we want the channel to grow. So man them tuning in, I don't mind, innit? But when man take this YouTube thing to a different place, it's like, bro, where are you going with this? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're into round 3 anyway in this fight. Gonzalez trying to fight back. He's got that aggressive come forward style, but that's probably a very good style for Lara, to be fair. Nothing bad even happened, bro. We just had some weirdos in the chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like one guy kept posting, like basically trying to tell everyone to go to Lee Gunner's stream instead. You know, it's just weird. I did watch the Mosley Jr. fight. I did, yeah. Thoughts on Shabazz Masood's fight? I didn't see it. I actually didn't see it. Was that on the Johnny Fisher card? Oh no, that's the one in that was the Peter McGrail card. That was the Peter McGrail fight. I haven't seen it yet. I need to go back and watch it. You've been working. Do you know what? The stream was shit, bro. A lot of us bought the stream mic and I couldn't get through between 5 and 10 seconds of Gonzalez rocked again coming towards the end of the third, and Erislandy Lara just decided not to really push him, but he probably could get dropped again in the fourth. But yeah, the stream was mad. And we just couldn't get through it. We couldn't see the fight at all. We couldn't see it. And then we had a lot of people in here trolling, saying Rance was knocked down. And obviously the stream was mashing up, so I couldn't see it. And then people were saying that he lost and whatever. It was all cap. No one got knocked down, and in the end, it was a draw. So, man, are offering scraps from Glasgow. Yeah, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. Man, are offering out scraps and that. Like, you see me, yeah? I'm not acting like I'm some big bad man, but in my soul, I'm not a good person. Sometimes I'm not a good human being. And what I mean by that is if someone's being bare rude to me on the internet and I meet them on the street and it turns out that behind their social media account, they're a 15-year-old, I'll smack them up the same way. I'll smack them up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If it turns out that they're in a wheelchair and they're just an internet troll, I'll wheel them into the traffic. I'm not a good person. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's all just allow it. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you heard any reports from anyone that was at the fight in person? I actually haven't. I've been busy, bro. I've been setting up this stream and dealing with other stuff. So I'm like showering and getting ready and whatever. I think them man probably gone out for a night out to celebrate and whatever. So I'm not even WhatsApping them to say like, yo, what happened? Or it's long. Do you know what I'm saying? People from other channels, graveyards probably come here to talk shit since they are banned. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that, man, people have to ban. Obviously, on our stream, most people, for the most part, are pretty well behaved. So Gonzalez walking forwards on Lara just hit him with a great counter uppercut. This is the problem with Mexican fighters. If you're the better fighter, then it's cool. But if you're going to just walk forwards against someone who's better than you, then you're just going to get your head boxed off. Do you know what I'm saying? Shabazz fought technically good, but he can't beat Inoue or Bull, though. Nah, but just to be able to even have a world title fight against these men is a huge achievement. Do you know what I'm saying? Good right hand from Lara. Gonzalez, definitely. The thing is with these come forward fighters, they telegraph a lot of their body language. Do you know what I'm saying? Because once you stop coming forwards as aggressively, I now know that I've got you. Do you know what I'm saying? I now know. Same thing with like Anthony Yard versus Benavidez. Anthony Yard is going to come forward and try and land power punches. So as soon as you stop coming forwards, or as soon as you're a little bit gun shy, I can just take control of the fight because you only do one thing. So that's what it is. It's peak. Yeah, it's peak for real, blood. Gunman tried to copy the business model. Yeah, facts. Mo Salah's moving mad. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's obviously he's going to AFCON soon, but he's checked out. Do you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it don't really make a difference because Liverpool aren't competing for any title or anything like that. So and the dressing room's already a bit mash up. So it's not like what he's done. It's not like Saka's come out against Arteta and Arsenal's title chance is gonna derail or whatever. Like, no, they're not really battling for anything anyway. So it don't really make a difference too much. And everyone knows it was the last season for him. Do you know what I mean? What is crazy, in my opinion, is how fast he's gone from like a legend, and people would argue the best Liverpool player of all time, and man are saying the best African player of all time, and all this kind of stuff. And then, it's like they've turned on him. Like the fans have turned on him so fast. Like it's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it is boiling in this room, bruv. Lara's counters were on point. This is what he does. This is literally his game. You know what I'm saying? This is what he does, bro. His style is made for come forward pressure fighters. Like it's perfect for him. Do you think they will sack Slot? I don't know, I don't know. I really don't know. Liverpool, a team that's not won a Prem before they won, obviously, under Klopp for 30 years, bruv. I don't know. I think Liverpool as a club are pretty much, they're not very focused, I don't think. A man can tell me if I'm wrong or understand what I'm saying here. When they win big trophies, they don't mind taking a few years off. That's the difference between Man United and Liverpool. This is why Liverpool don't sack managers like that. If Liverpool win a couple big trophies, a Champions League, a Prem, they're happy to take a few years, like not mid-table, but we've seen Liverpool be shit for long periods of time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they will happily do that and go and win their next Prem in 10 years from now. The only reason he might get sacked is the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Liverpool ain't had long spells of competing at the top level in domestically. Do you know what I'm saying? Problem is, since you man are a smaller, more contained audience here, you have less moderators, and therefore, more bullshit comes through. Yeah, that's true. Why do I always fall for this Popeyes hype? Shit, so meaty. What did you get from Popeyes? The peri peri's okay, but if you got fried chicken from Popeyes, you might be finished, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Some man from Glasgow do not know about certain man from Northwest. Bro, it's not even about where you're from, bro. It's just an individual man for man thing. Do you know what I'm saying? A man could come from Kensington and be on smoke, and a man could be from Lewisham and be a pum pum. So it don't even matter, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When man are chatting, like if I got a beef thing with someone, as soon as they start telling me what neighborhood they're from, I feel like I've got them, because why are you your neighborhood's not fighting with you? So what's that got to do with anything? His style eats up the Mexican starter pack, 100%. That's why Janabek, that more Eastern European Janabek style could have been interesting. But this head down speedy Gonzalez, blood, not so speedy Gonzalez, just walking forwards, is long, bro. It's perfect, bro. Halfway through round 5, and I mean Lara's just fairly comfortable. The only thing is, obviously, obviously Lara wouldn't have prepared for this because it's a late replacement. But other than that, Lara just piecing my man up 100%. And it's one of them things. He's gonna get stopped, but it's a matter of time as to when he's gonna get stopped. The tenders boneless bundle. Yeah, nah, that's not the best. That's not the best. What are you saying for Cool Boy versus Ashaki, bro? I'm leaning slightly more towards Ashaki. I'm not gonna lie. I was leaning. If you watch the podcast, I'm not even saying this since my man missed weight. I said on the podcast midweek that I'm leaning slightly towards Ashaki. Like Fulton is looking like his best days are behind him. Fulton is he's not washed or anything. Fulton's a good competitor, but he's a cautionary tale. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we've got the Devons, we've got like not to be that guy like Shane, but Fulton is the reason I rate Devin so highly, bro. We see what one loss can do to a man, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of them man are very, very technical. Fulton's extremely technical, but can you win fights? Devin can win fights, technical or not technical. He can win fights. Do you know what I mean? And he can go to the top level and win fights. Do you know what I mean? Fulton, I don't know. Like, we've got Hitchens. My favorite fighter is Keyshawn Davis. We've got a lot of these men that are black technical fighters, but but can they win the fight though? Style wise and the rest of it. Since Fulton had that loss, he's just not looked good. And then he's decided to move up, and he's missed weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Maddie said, how do you move up a weight class and miss weight, bro? Like it's shocking, to be honest with you. And he's coming out of the Boots Ennis gym. The Bosie Ennis gym, sorry. Boots' his dad. You know, somebody in that team, they're a very experienced team. Somebody in that team should have foreseen this coming, bro. You would have been checking in on your weight daily or weekly for a fight like this. So I'm not sure. Ashaki's a lot bigger. a lot bigger. This is the problem with moving up. Do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight man a lot bigger than you. Do you know what I mean? This is one thing that I think people are not really taking into consideration with regards to Shakur versus Tio. Tio's a lot bigger than Shakur. Tio's a lot bigger than Shakur. He's eating shots through his shield. Yeah, 100%, bro. Lara's a very accurate puncher. So, like I say, but just towards the end of that round, we started seeing Gonzalez going back. Once we see Gonzalez going back, it's long. Fulton is a weird brother. Man has a belly. 100%. What do you think about Pat McCormack losing today? He's a GB Olympian, was / is tipped to go far, bro. The Olympians do not seem to be converting into the pro game very well at all. Mali, it's this fight, and then after this, it's Oshaki versus Stephen Fulton, and then it's the main event. Fulton ain't too much for Thanksgiving. The UK, I'm really curious to see the Olympics. I really want to see boxing in the Olympics, and they're still up in the air as to whether boxing is going to stay in the Olympics or not. But the British system doesn't seem to translate. There's too vast of a difference between the problem. The problem I have with Britain generally. This is England generally. Yeah, I know you're a Liverpool fan. I don't know if you live in London or in Liverpool or whatever. England as a country is just slow. They're slow to adapt to anything, whether that's VAR, 8K cameras like La Liga have got, whatever it is, bro. Like England is so slow to adapt to everything. Everything happens here last. We're the last people to get everything. And the GB Olympic setup is the same. There's no transition between the GB Olympic setup. Who was the last? This is why AJ is going to be remembered so fondly in British fans' memory. And I'm not attacking. I'm not saying that's bad. Who was the last Olympian to come out of the British setup and look good? Do you know what I'm saying? Who was the last Olympian to come out of the British setup and look good and convert to the pros? Do you know what I mean? Joe Joyce is an Olympian. Clark is an Olympian. AJ is an Olympian. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Clark. He just lost to Jamie TKV for fuck's sake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do they choose? How do they choose the fighters for the Olympics? It goes through the ABAs. It goes through the ABA, so it's connected. Boatsi, another one. Boatsi's another one. Do you know what I'm saying? You're an Olympian, my bro. Boatsi versus Yard. Boatsi should be the favorite to win that fight. He's probably not. Boatsi's coming off of a win against Zach Parker and Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker's 28 and he's still new to the pro game. He's getting called out by world champions. You don't want to take those fights. Like what are we doing right now? Do you know what I mean? The transition between the Olympic setup and but I think that it's how I don't know what the relationship is with gyms, but I remember the Olympic team coming to my gym when I was boxing. And I remember some of the guys that I met. I met Luke Campbell. I met this is when Remy was looking to move into the Olympic setup. But they would come and look at our gyms and watch our ABA fights and stuff like that, and watch the regional fights, and that's how they would pick. But even then, it's too slow, bro. It's too slow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you should be in that setup from way earlier, in my opinion. And the development needs to happen. Do you know what I mean? The program's shit. I'm wondering if the GB program is actually producing any proper fighters in the pros. No, not right now, not for a long time. I can't lie, with the facilities we have, why can't we have the US style with the universities? Because everything in this country is money. Main Street, what are you saying, my bro? We're watching Eris Lara right now. Then we've got one more fight before the main event. Bro, everything in this country is money. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, in America, they've got amazing universities, amazing facilities, but the American college university setup is different, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? College football and college basketball generate more money than like League One and the Championship. Them man have dough. Do you know what I'm saying? And them man do bare dodgy shit in terms of the taxes and giving certain universities tax breaks and all this kind of stuff, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Even running an American sports team into round 7, by the way, in this fight, even running a professional American sports team, if you look at the stadiums, John Oliver's got a whole video breaking down the corruption behind the stadiums in America. A lot of the stadiums have swimming pools and all types of outlandish shit because they don't pay for them. They don't pay for them, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? They do tax breaks, and so it's all a money laundering thing. So a lot of the like LA Galaxy, great little counter right hand on the inside from Lara. Gonzalez trying to kind of do the kitchen sink thing, but he's just been caught twice. Two left hands by Lara thrown on the counter. And Gonzalez slowly, he's very, very tough, Gonzalez, but he's slowly running out of ideas because he can only do one thing. And when Lara's picking him off, he's going backwards and he's trying to think about a plan B, but he ain't really got one. It's all about money in this country, bro. GB Olympians all need, bro. In this country, yeah, I've worked with tech startups before on recruiting specific people, engineers, and different things like that. Bro, if you come from America, you have to take about a 35% hit in salary. Yeah. The average salary, not the average, but like obviously America's a bigger country, all the rest of it. But I'm just saying, for every $100,000 you make in America, you're gonna come here and make like 65 bags. Same in Australia. For every 100 bags you make in Australia, you got to take 65 or 70 bags here. So everything is lower. All the money is lower. So there's no funding. Do you know what I mean? Because of that, people pay less tax here. People actually pay more tax here, even though they make less money. But it's shit, bro. Man ain't got the money to put into certain things, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This country is a race to the bottom. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a race to the bottom, bro. Everything here is money. Boots and man here don't have money. Like England is like America, where man think that they're the best country ever. The average Englishman don't make great money. Do you know what I'm saying? So Boots is probably a multi-millionaire and has never fought outside of the East Coast. Could you imagine you if you're a fighter from Sheffield, no matter how good you are, you could never just only box in Sheffield and be a multi-millionaire. That's never going to happen. That is never going to happen. I think it's probably to academy players in football who have size advantages in their youth. It usually carries them to later adulthood. I don't even think it's just that. I don't even think it's just that because England, when it comes to football academies, have some of the best academies in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? England for boxing is not seen as the best country in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? No one with a talented boxing son from any other part of the world would send their kid to England to develop. I think the problem is that those fighters don't see above the Olympics. They're happy to be there, and they don't take world title fights. That's what's happened. But we're trying to discuss why it's happened and what has led to this situation. They don't want to fund non-academic things in the UK. 100%. What you saying about LA Galaxy? I'm saying like in America, when you do the as someone who studied history, I find it difficult to understand how the UK could be broke because in the last 50 to 60 years since Margaret Thatcher was in power, the UK privatized everything and sold it to foreign billionaires. So the average Englishman being angry at me and you walking down the street don't make sense. He should be angry at the white politicians. They've privatized everything. The post office used to be run by the Queen. It's now run by a private company. Scotland Yard used to be owned by the government. It's now owned by some Chinese company. Everything here is privatized and owned by billionaires. Do you know what I'm saying? So, do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. They sold off everything. In America, LA here in England, if the Cronkies want Arsenal to build a new stadium, they have to pay for the new stadium. In America, they will go to the local council and say, if you pay for the stadium for me, here's how much money I'll get you back in concessions and in this and in that and whatever else. Partly American sports are this is why American sports like American football or basketball or baseball are not, you don't go to the game and go home. You go to the game and spend the whole day. Their man will go to an American football game at 10, 11 a.m., barbecue in the car park, and still be at the game 7 p.m. They'll be there all day. All American sports are an all-day event. Whereas in the UK, it's get in, get out, bums on seats, get in, get out. Do you know what I'm saying? I genuinely think if Whitaker went to train in Eastern Europe gym, he could actually be really good. It's too late now, but I hear what you're saying. Yep, I hear what you're saying. That'd be a good matchup. BUCS boxing, which is the uni national comp for boxing, is too vast in experience. I don't think it can be similar to the US style in colleges. I hear you. Lara Gonzalez trading, turning into a bit of a slugfest. I wonder if Lara's a bit frustrated he's not got him out of there. Gonzalez, the other thing with people like Gonzalez as well, okay, you've got this pressure fighter style, but you're not even winning rounds. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to be too harsh on Gonzalez. He took the fight on Tuesday, so America have the best facilities. If they invested in football like other sports, they have the potential to dominate. I don't even think it's just a question of facilities, though. It's not a question of just facilities. Let me get through these comments. We'll come back to that. Man said, why is it less in the UK? The UK is a smaller country geographically, and it depends on the industry, but it's a smaller country geographically. It's an island. The UK likes to do everything on their own. Part of it is linked to Brexit, all that kind of stuff. The UK used to be really appealing to come to because if you were Australian and let's say, for example, you got a 1-year visa or 2-year visa in when Americans or Australians come to the UK, they typically want to travel all of Europe because they're so far from Europe. They'll come here and they'll just work like contract work and they'll travel around Europe. But now you can't travel around Europe as easily as you could before because you're not in the European Union. So you would need a separate visa. So now, if you're Australian and you want to see all of Europe, do you go to England? You can get a visa for England or a visa for all of Europe. Do you just go to England or do you go to all of Europe? They'll go to all of Europe. So England is making themselves a less appealing place to go to. And the population isn't as high. I heard wars have fucked us really badly and we ain't been the same after. There's all types of different stuff. Do you know what I mean? Key factors like austerity, all of that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? You dropped some serious info. I didn't know they privatized that much. Bro, a lot of the NHS is already privatized. The NHS is like, and I love the NHS, I'm not being disrespectful, but it's like the Primark of healthcare. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just the cheapest, easiest version of healthcare. Anything else, they're going to send you private. Anything else, they're going to send you private. The country's mash up, bro. The Tories privatized everything and sold it off to private companies. What America has that England doesn't have, and this is why a lot of Black Americans who descend from slavery don't bother looking for their heritage or their roots or anything like that. What they have is an identity. How many Black British people feel English or are proud to be English or have a set identity? They don't. Do you know what I'm saying? So we don't have a set. England has an identity crisis. It has a massive identity crisis. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I don't even just mean from a political perspective. Look at football. Look at football. There's a German style of play. There's a French style of play. There's a Spanish style of play. There's even an Italian style of play. What is the English style of play? What is it? What is that? There isn't one. There isn't actually an identity in England. Do you know what I'm saying? England make a lot of great football players, don't get me wrong, but there isn't a set identity. And it's the same thing for English boxers. What is your identity? If you look at someone like Sam Noakes, who's like a good fighter, just lost out Dylan Mason, put up a good fight. Gonzalez has got Erislandi Lara in the corner in round 9. And Lara just hits him with a good counter and good footwork from Lara as well. Do you know what I mean? Crazy how much of the NHS is privatized now, 100%. But if you look at boxing, we know the Black American style of boxing. We know the Cuban style of boxing. We know the Mexican style. I could put on a boxing match of Lara versus Janibek in black and white without you seeing who's boxing, and you would be able to know one of them is Latin American and Cuban, and one of them is and one of them's from Eastern Europe. You would be able to know that just from watching the style of I think Gonzalez actually from Venezuela. But do you know what I'm saying? Like you'd be able to know that style just from that. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, I could put on the English, I could put on the Spain's football team and you could see that's Spain from how they play football. You can't do that with English boxing. There's no set identity. That's why English boxers, some of them do well, some of them don't. But what should happen is, like somebody said earlier about Ben Whittaker going to Eastern Europe, what should happen is Ben Whittaker, as he's coming through, should realize my style actually works very well with Ukrainians, Russians, Eastern European. Let me go over there and train with these guys to maximize my style. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're coming through and you're a good passing midfielder, you should be like, yeah, you know what? Germany or Spain is the place for me to develop. We don't even have that here. No one's got that. In any sport, we don't have that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's in an identity crisis, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Does this cut into culture? 100%. Is it English culture? Is it Black culture? Is it British culture? We don't know. we haven't this most black people I know prefer racists that are just like overtly outwardly racist. So at least we know where we stand, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? With this sport thing, man don't know, bro. Good left hand from Lara again. Gonzalez just eating up some of these punches. Like I say, he dropped him in the second, but you know, he should have probably dropped him and maybe even stopped him by now, to be honest with you, with the amount of punches he's landed. Too British to be Somali and too Somali to be British. A lot of the diaspora fall into that middle ground, 100%. And what we don't have here in England is any real control, like any real do you know what I'm saying? Like we don't, you know, what's Shane saying? Like we don't really have enough equity to kind of say, cool, let me go and be part of a gym that's part of my culture, and let me go and do, bro. There's none of that. There's none of that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's none of that. Isn't that why Jude Bellingham left? Partly, partly for sure. Do you know what I'm saying? And look at him, and he's doing well. And when I say he's doing well, you might think Jude Bellingham's not a great player technically, but he's maximizing his talent. He's taking his talent a lot further than people would have thought he ever would have when he was at Birmingham. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. You look at all the guys that's in our, you know, whether it's Sam Noakes or Anthony Yard or Lawrence Okoli or any of these things. Do you know what I mean? They hold on to the, you know, isn't Lawrence Okoli's another Olympian? He was technically a world champion at one stage, but just sold his belt in a really awful fight. If you're Anthony Yard, you probably want to go train with Mexicans or Cubans or, do you know what I mean? What time is the Pitbull versus Roach fight? I think maybe close to 4:30 a.m. It's going to be a long one. Pause. Where did Buatsi go and train with Virgil though? Someone's having a party in my apartment, bro. It's popping outside. Someone's partying, bro. 3 o'clock in the morning, man, are partying. Trump trolling the wrong folks in America. They ain't learned their lesson from last time, bro. Let them do what they're gonna do, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna help them in the long run. So it is what it is. Gonzalez actually starting to have some success on Lara. I don't even know if he is. You know, he's in Mexico still, and he's still out. But if Yard went there earlier, though, Yard couldn't survive in Mexico now. But could he have gone to Mexico or somewhere like that earlier? Good check, right hand again from Lara, almost buckled Gonzalez's knees. I think if Gonzalez survives the 12 rounds, he's done very, very well here. Very well. Took the fight on Tuesday. Yeah, that's dead then. That's dead. There's no point. There's no point, bro. That's like me telling the girl I'm going to take her to Jamaica and then I just order her some curry goat and deliver it to the house. That's dead then, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the environment. You got to soak up the environment. Look at Beterbiev. Do you know what I mean? Beterbiev fully moved to Canada. Every professional boxer you ever see from Cuba has had to leave Cuba and go to another country, mostly America. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I hope Vidal goes to America again, bro. Vidal is on an influencer thing, bro. He's just signed to Misfits, bro. Even if he goes to America, for what? For what, bro? I hear you though. You know what I mean? Just finished round 10. I'm pretty sure. Just finished round 10. 2 more rounds left. Buatsi is so boring. I would rather watch a Cody fight. Definitely not. Okoli is the worst fighter in the world to watch. What is your solution for PEDs, do you think? Lifetime bans? I would ban anyone who takes the performance enhancing drug for a lifetime. It's as simple as that. They won't do it because of the money, but I would ban anybody who takes any performance enhancing drug um, for a lifetime straight away. You cannot fight again. But obviously, it's money in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But that's what I would do. Because at the end of the day, most fighters have a 3-month camp. Whatever cocaine or weed or whatever you want to do in your spare time is your spare time. But you can't tell me that you can't track. Man, that follow this channel. I came back from holiday in July and I was like 210 pounds. I was proper fat. And I dropped 30 pounds in like 2 or 3 months. And I was still eating out. I was eating Nando's. I was eating a few different things, but mostly I was cooking at home, chicken breast, whatever. Chicken breast, a little bit of rice, etc., etc. Basic shit. You can't tell me that for 2 or 3 months you cannot track what's going into your body. It's not difficult. Any bodybuilder can do that. Anyone that does bodybuilding, anyone that why are you hating? Wait, hold on. How's that your picture? How much weight did I drop then? How much weight did I drop then? How much weight did I drop then, Gigi? What are you talking about, bro? When Kemmer was at the house, this is my boy and he's a hater. When Kemmer was at the house, he could tell you I dropped 25 pounds and I dropped more than that afterwards. What do you mean 10 pounds, bro? What are you talking about, bro? You're chatting so much shit, bro. But I'm saying anyone that does bodybuilding or fitness training, anything like that, it's not difficult um to track what you're eating. It's really not difficult. Do you know what I'm saying? So Conor Ben, Canelo, Fury, Parker, Dennis McCann, all banned for life. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's what I would do. That's their problem. That's their problem. Go work in Tesco. Do you know what I'm saying? Apart from Canelo and Fury, who cares? Parker, I'm talking. No, no, not Parker. You said PEDs. Cocaine is not a PED, so not Parker. Other than that, Canelo and Fury were. Fury is a 2-time drug cheat. I would ban him. And other than that, Canelo's the only world champion. If we woke up tomorrow and Dennis McCann and Conor Ben never fought again in professional boxing, what would change? Who would care? Who would care? Like Dennis McCann's not a world level fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Conor Ben, he's just fought 2 fights um with Eubank. They were entertaining fights and stuff, don't get me wrong, but like who cares? In the grand scheme of sport, who cares? It wouldn't change the history of the sport. Canelo would change the history of the sport, but that's his problem. Tyson Fury's been popped for drugs twice. Do you know what I'm saying? Twice. Arsenal needs to go 3-point collecting. Bro, man are unbeaten in 18 games before today, and it happens, blood. We'll come back stronger, like that. Ben and McCann are both bumped. That's what I'm saying, bro. Dennis McCann's not great, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And Dennis McCann told Shane to his face that he was on steroids. Truth teller, did you know that? Oh, sorry, not truth teller. Angry sports fan, did you know that? Dennis McCann told Shane to his face that he takes steroids. Told him to his face. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are not even hiding it. If you're in and around boxing, Shane went to Saudi for Bivol Beterbiev, and he was there and he saw a little face-off scrap. It's on the channel between Ben and Eubank. This is before the Ben and Eubank 1 fight was announced. Yeah. And he saw Dennis McCann. Him and his brother saw Dennis McCann. And they said to Dennis McCann, "Rah, like you're wedge in real life. How do you Shane and his brother are both slim. They struggle to put on muscle." And he said to Dennis McCann, "How did you get so wedge in such a short period of time?" And Dennis McCann laughed and said, "Ha ha ha, get yourself on the steroids, mate." And then walked off. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Told him to his face. There's other people there. Everyone's there. If you're in the world of boxing, you know these men take steroids. That's what he told him to his face. You know what I'm saying? Shane will tell you the story. 9 months on the wing. What? For what? Of course I don't care. Why would I care, bro? Man die in this sport, bro. We might not see the Olympic. We might not see boxing in the Olympics ever again partly because of people that are taking drugs. Gonzalez has got Lara up against the ropes. He's teeing off on him, but Lara just shedding up. Not a lot is getting through, but it doesn't look good for the judges. Do you know what I mean? This is where the pressure fighters can pick up rounds that maybe they don't even necessarily deserve. But this is what you can do. Wild overhand right, and Lara gets center ring again. If we banned all drug cheats for life, yeah, who would we miss? Who would we miss? Who would you say, oh, but you know what? We would have missed out on this guy. Who is that person? 2 minutes left in this fight, by the way. We're in round 12. I guess maybe if you're Mexican, I guess Canelo is definitely one. Canelo's had a great, solid career. 9 months on the wing to get wedged, but make their own league. Bro, man ain't going to jail for that. Jails are overpopulated, bro. Man ain't going to jail for that. Man barely go jail now. I feel like now, if you go jail now, you might be a bum, bro. You know what I'm saying? You either like a woman abuser or a bum or something. Because who goes jail? Going jail in 2025 is out of fashion. Like everyone's committing crime. England's lawless, blood, especially London. No one to go jail no more. I didn't even think jails exist. I didn't even think jails exist, bro. It's a myth. They're not even real places, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The snack thing, I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. PED boxing would be entertaining. Not necessarily though, because you know what it is, yeah. Some man take PEDs and they're still fucking shit. Like Dennis McCann takes hella drugs and he's shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Conor Benn took PEDs and he was still shit. Like, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't make a difference, bro. Do you know what I mean? Could not believe Beterbiev has never been popped. He's a genetic freak. 100%, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Beterbiev, bro, all these man that are, at the end of the day, a lot of the man that are really freakishly strong were never popped, bro. Deontay Wilder's never popped for nothing. Yeah, bro. He told him to his face. Oh, has Lara dropped him again? I'm not even. Oh yeah, I just saw it now. Yeah, he's done. He's done. He should get up. I want him to get up because it's the last 10 seconds of the round. Just get up and get to the end of the round. The ref might call him off. No, he's gonna go for it. And fair play to Gonzalez. Like I said, if he there goes the bell and there's a big hug. And like I said, if Gonzalez can just get to the end of the 12th, I'll give him huge props because Gonzalez took this fight on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? He took this fight on Tuesday. So, but yeah, a lot of men take PDs and boxing. And Jeezy, are you working or are you out right now or dancing in his face is crazy work? Is it possible to get popped but not know how it happened? I think yeah, because your trainers could there's been allegations in the past that a trainer or a manager or a coach has spiked someone. So maybe you don't believe that I can make the weight, or maybe you don't believe that I can win the fight, and so you spike my drink or you spike my food notes to help me, blah blah blah. But that's your problem. That's your problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's your manager's problem and your coach's problem and all these people. Do you know what I mean? There's no consequences. Like man die and man just bro, it's like anything else in this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man die and man say, oh, you know what? Like if you know anyone that does drugs, people go out and do drugs, someone dies of an overdose, and then people say, oh, it's crazy, we shouldn't do drugs and health and safety and da-da-da. And then they mourn and but 2 weeks later, they're man are back on it again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Like, no one don't care about nothing. No one cares, bro. No one don't care for nobody. If you or me get murdered tomorrow, no one cares, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the grand scheme of the world, like no one cares, bro. Basically, Snack, what Devin, Bam, Plant, Bud, etc. A lot of boxers. The owner of the company is Victor Conte, who got banned from sports before and also admitted he knows how to beat the VADA drugs test. Well, they just need more different testing. And obviously, if that thing can be proved to be something illegal, because Dennis McCann, Conor Benn, and a lot of the other guys, there's something similar where like they all have the same doctor, some Asian brother, and they all mysteriously have the same doctor. And they all post him on Instagram and all the rest of it. And this brother's been banned from sports bare times, bro. Beterbiev got popped before the Smith fight. What for? For performance enhancing drugs. I thought there was speculation, but I didn't know he got popped necessarily. But yeah, get them all out of it, bro. Dr. Usman, that's the one. Yeah, Dr. Usman. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? They all got the same doctor, bro. Like this shit is not a secret. Like it's not a secret, bro. You can see it anyway. You can see it, bro. Conor Ben got popped. He used the eggs as an excuse. And then since then, he's not no one out anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Other than fucking, he dropped Chris Eubank. Do you know what I'm saying? And Chris Eubank was fucking a skeleton. But you can see that, bro. It don't make sense. You can see it. Enhanced testosterone. All of that, bro. Ban all of that, bro. Man, them don't take it serious. Like I say, it's money first, isn't it? That's what it is. In this world, money's gonna trump everything. So the only reason any of us are alive is because there's more profit in you being alive than there is profit in you being dead. The moment there's more profit in you being dead than being alive, then your life is going to be short. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. But yeah, Lara won that fight. Now we're going to move on to Stephen Fulton, and this is going to be the next two fights are going to be good. Stephen Fulton. What could we say about Stephen Fulton, bro? Stephen Fulton moved up a weight class and missed weight. Moved up a weight class and missed weight, bro. What are we doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? Man, missing weight like this is Ozark's blood. Do you know what I mean? Less of the Marlo Stanfield and the missing weight, bro. Big man thing, like it's just ridiculous. So even if he wins, it's not going to be for the belt. Snack fighters have popped dirty before. That's why I never got the conspiracy theories. If Conte was so good at hiding things, why are they getting caught? But obviously, he's bragging that like the majority of my people don't get caught. Do you know what I mean? But it's sport, innit? Man are going to do everything. Man are going to do everything that they can to go as close to the rules as possible. That's what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, we've seen people do this with weights before, bro. We've seen people do this with adjusting the scales. We've seen people do all sorts of stuff. Do you know what I mean? To just man are going to try and flout the rules as much as possible to get some type of advantage. Fulton may be dusted. I said that before. Let's see. Let's see if you can show me something. You know, guys want snack out of boxing but have no energy for Fury, Ryan, Canelo, Yanabek, Matias. But we know already Ryan Garcia has got a lot of them weirdo fans, bro. He's got a lot of them weirdo fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're being real, a lot of white men are naturally more right wing than non-white man. Do you know what I'm saying? When we used to do DR Sports with when me and Shane used to do DR Sports, we had a show and we had a guy called James with us, James Toon. I don't know if you don't remember James from DR Sports, but we were talking about Conor McGregor. And James was of the opinion, he's a big Conor McGregor fan, and he was of the opinion that what are you laughing at? What did I do? He was of the opinion that Conor McGregor was like a great talker and great at selling a fight. And it's so interesting to me, like when I see different cultures and who different cultures believe are like good talkers and entertaining characters. Like a lot of men think Tyson Fury is an entertaining character. I personally don't think Tyson Fury is an entertaining character. But when he was saying that, oh, Conor McGregor is such an entertaining character, I was like, bro, he said that Khabib's culture was backwards and dissed his dead dad and was being hella anti-Semitic and not anti-Semitic, being mad like Islamophobic and that, bro. I was like, bro, how is this good fight promotion? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how is this good fight promotion? Anyone can go and do that, bro. Anyone can go there to a press conference and say, oh, I'd shag your mum and I'll stamp on your daughter and your country's backwards and you're all inbreds. And anyone can do that. That don't make you a great talker or a great character. That makes you a dickhead, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But some of them young grey man, they love him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's their goat, bro. Man's got 2 SA charges, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? And they love him. So it is what it is. But that's what I'm saying about Samson bought up Ryan Garcia. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I'd rather be on this channel with you, man, than do videos with racist people on them channels with more views, bro. I'm not on that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not on that in any way, shape, or form. The Conor Ben one is crazy. I've never seen someone struggling with a journeyman, then get better and stronger and up the levels. Yeah, bro. And then he's gonna lose anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man, treat boxing like it's money laundering. Because Conor Ben's gonna move up the levels and fight for a world title and lose anyway. It's mad because Nelson said that boxers get 1 year silent bans, but they don't make the media coverage. So a lot of inactive fighters potentially banned. Bro, the first time Tyson Fury took his layoff and he said he had mental health issues, whether he did or didn't, he was on a drugs ban. He was on a drugs ban. He got popped dirty and he was on a drugs ban. And then the narrative that he sold is that he had a mental health issue and all the rest of it. He's on a drugs ban, bro. I have one idea for extra. It might not be a hot topic. Do you agree biological men, male and female, esports players should compete in the same competition? I don't even know if you can call esports a sport, bro. We're not doing anything physical. I don't even know if you can call that a sport. But yeah, they should be for sure. I think specifically people only care about snack fighters, but their favorites are on snack and they don't even know. 100%. If you are not cheating, you are not trying to some man. It definitely should be looking at how to get some advantage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like any type of advantage that you can get, but within the rules. Boxing is a very simple sport. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but people still do stuff. You know, Zach Parker, we just watched Zach Parker lose against Josh Boazzi and he clearly outlanded him, but he kept falling to the floor and whatever. He was trying to flout the rules. Do you know what I'm saying? And or just, work to the rules as much as possible. James is a funny guy. Who's your favorite boxer of all time? He said Connor. It's not the thing is it's not even funny. He's just childish, bro. It's just childish. Like if we're doing a show about boxing, then it's just pointless even having you there because you're just gonna say silly stuff. Do you know what I mean? All they do is swear and drink. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. Tyson Fury's a dickhead, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's just a 6'9" dickhead, bro. He's like Jeezy here in the comments, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's just a 6'4" pussy, bro. That's all it is, bro. Yeah, most McGregor fans think like that. 100%. Yo, my white brethrens love Fury and Connor, but I don't see it the same. Like I said, bro, at the end of the day, yeah, I can see why boxing is very racial and man like to pretend that it's not. And this is a big problem that I have. Like a lot of white men like Tyson Fury because if you look up the top heavyweight boxers of all time, and they are typically the marquee fighters because they're the biggest, the strongest, the most knockouts, whatever. It's 90% black man. Who's got any white heavyweights in their top 10? Now that don't mean anything. I've got Nick's address in the DM selling it for 5K. Yeah, right, bro. Yeah, right, bro. You're gonna get someone killed, bro. You're gonna get someone killed, bro. You're on mind games. You see this? This is premium mind games right here. This is premium mind games, bro. I'll have to put you on a ban, bro. But yeah, like if man are looking at heavyweight champions in history, how many white fighters are there, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got a white heavyweight champion and you're proud of that. And that's fine. That's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? But allowing him to get away with madness just because of that is ridiculous. That's why Eddie makes me laugh. The great right hook theory comes to mind. It's not a theory. It's not a theory, bro. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like what white fighters are in the top 5 or top 10 pound for pound? Who was the last white fighter boxer to be in the top 5, top 10 pound for pound? This is why a lot of white youths watch MMA. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a racist person. I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if there's man out there, I'm happy for man to be successful and be in that list. It's not even a genetic or black man are better than you. Or it's nothing to do with that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with that. But who's there? Who was the last white boxer that was in the top 10 pound for pound? Usyk. You could say Usyk, Bivol Beterbiev, if you count them as white. Canelo, if you count him as white. Usyk and Loma, for sure. Then we're going maybe back to Klitschko. Do you know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, I'm not even saying they're all black. A lot of them will be Latin. A lot of them, they're from Southeast Asia, the Filipino man. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of these men are not a heavyweight. So Connor doesn't even talk well. He just behaves like someone who is on the short bus. Man said a new way. I said white. Does a new way look white to you, bro? Usyk and Bivol are not white. Well, you know what I'm saying? You're white in it, so I'll let you decide that. I don't want to tell man what they are and what they're not. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said a new way. Bivol from Kazakhstan, Central Asia. There you go then. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's not a lot, bro. There's not a lot. So obviously, man are gonna try and force a Chris Billum Smith or a Tim Zoo or a whoever, bro. Do you know what I mean? A George Kambosos. That's what it is, bro. It's the same as rap, innit? It's the same as hip hop, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? If you rap. Oh, because you said a lot of my white brethren, I thought you were black. I thought you were white as well, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? My bad. But do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. That's what it is, bro. It's the same as hip hop, bro. Joe Calzaghe's a great. Joe Calzaghe's great. Do you know what I'm saying? Look how far back we're going for Joe Calzaghe, bro. Usyk is white, bro. What are you talking about? Samson, you typed Inoue. Samson, look at your comment, bro. You said Inoue. I said Inoue. I don't know if you think that you typed Usyk. Usyk and Loma are white. We agreed with you. You typed Inoue in the chat. I said, how's Inoue white? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're just getting ready for Stephen Fulton versus Oshaki Foster. Samson might be burst, blood. I'm not going to lie. You said look at the comment properly. Maybe there's something that I can't see. Maybe the comments on StreamYard are coming through in a different order. I don't know, because sometimes it does that. Oh, got you. Samson, I'm gonna make you a mod actually. Yeah, I can't see the order that the comments are coming in sometimes. Making Foster walk out first while he's champion is nasty work. I did think that because it's Fulton versus Foster. Why is that? Get rid of the bot mods. Yeah. I did that one, but I've made Samson a mod as well. I need to see what Fulton's conditioning looks like. Do you think it was an accidental or purposeful missed weight? It's got to be accidental. Why would he do that on purpose? Do you know what I'm saying? To win the fight and not, bro, he might not even win this fight, bro. And they got a Sharky fighting at home, bro. He's from Texas and they got him walking first, bro. This is a disrespect. I'm not going to lie. This is a pure disrespect. Just message Jeezy saying we're doing mind games. Yeah, he's on a trolling thing, blood. To be fair, yeah, Fulton might need the extra £2, blood, because he's going up against someone that's the much bigger man here. The much bigger man. Steph got the Philly Avengers behind him. Did he have the Philly Avengers behind him when Inoue ended his career, blood? Do you know what I'm saying? Where were they, blood? Do you know what I'm saying? And pause on next man being behind him. Pause on all of that. But where were they? Do you know what I'm saying? If Fulton's in Tim's, and before I look at the screen, if Fulton's in Tim's, he's losing. I'm calling it now. If he's in Timberlands, he's losing. Let me message Shane and tell him Stephen Fulton is, because Stephen Fulton's another fighter. Shane had a lot of stocks in Stephen Fulton. Yeah, bro. Facts. Here we go. We're about to get into round one with the Stephen Fulton fight. Drop your predictions below. I am slightly leaning towards Foster. Inoue damn near killed my man and took his soul, blood. Bro, I don't know about what he did with his soul, blood. Yo, that sounds a bit crazy. Shout out to the Only Facts gang. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This one is probably going to go 12. Fulton goes for a big overhand right against Foster. Foster is the bigger, stronger guy. Should really be imposing his size. Fulton is not in Tim's. He's in some kind of Jordan-looking things. Foster WUD might even drop him. Moving up after you got Brock up is a bit crazy. How many man get bruck up and then move up a weight class? By the way, that don't even happen that often. That means man are thumping you up and you're going to go and fight man that are bigger and hit harder. Albeit Ashaki Foster is not a new A level, of course, but Foster letting that jab go though a little bit. This is going to be one I'm going to have to really keep an eye on. First round, I've got it Foster a little bit. Fulton throwing more, but I think Foster landing more. Good shot to the body by Foster. Good jab. It's really tidy jab by Foster. Fulton's got a rounded jab, so it looks like he's going around a lot, which is just taking too long. He's got the shorter range. He's got shorter arms. Ashaki Foster's got 2 or 3 inches in reach on him. That overhand right landed. Yeah, Barrios. And now look at him, bro. He's everyone's queuing up to take his belt, blood, because he's seen as easy food. Remember, this is for a WBC interim lightweight title, but Fulton is ineligible to win this because he's 2 pounds overweight. And 2 pounds is a lot. It's not like Chris Eubank Jr. was like 0.2 pounds or something like that. 2 pounds is a lot. Richard Riakporhe and Akoli, Barrios and Pitbull moved up after losing. Did they lose by knockout though? Riakporhe didn't get knocked out though, did he? Neither did Akoli. Like Fulton didn't lose. Fulton got bruck up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he got battered, bruv. I don't think any of them took as heavy a beat. I'm pretty sure the cruiserweights lost on points in ugly fights, didn't sustain too much damage, and then they've moved up for money. But like Fulton got bruck up. No one on that list got bruck up like Fulton did. Barrios is the Bonnie Blue of boxing, bro. Everyone's lining up to take that belt, bro. That's mad, bro. I lie, bro. He's doing the university tour and that, blood. Shout out to Bonnie Blue, bro. Make your money. I might have that an Oshaki round for the first round. Man, them, who are you giving that round to? I might have that Oshaki. I don't know if you can hear the music behind me, but man, someone in the apartment is partying, bro. It's never too early and it's never too late. Do you know what I'm saying? Never too early, never too late. Yeah, I've got that to Foster. Fulton frowned, threw more. In my opinion, he did throw more. You got to say Fulton. I got it to Foster, man. Fulton threw more. I agree, but I don't think he landed as much though. I'm going with landed punches. I think that Foster landed more punches there. Big overhand right from Fulton. Everyone's got it Fulton. Damn, I might have made a mistake. But let me stick to my guns. Lightweight interim title ain't that Shakur's belt. But Shakur's fighting at 147 now. Shakur's gone. Shakur's not in this division no more. Ashaki starting to dictate the ring a little bit. Fulton starting to circle the outside. Good right hand from Ashaki. Just starting to, I can see Ashaki just moving through the gears very, very slowly. Now he's starting to move forwards. And now then he's going to start looking at what direction Fulton's trying to move sideways in and start to predict the steps from Fulton. Man, I'm fully partying, blood. Man, I can hear like some white man partying, like with like some Oasis music or something in the apartment out next to me, blood. 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. That's what man are doing, bro. Slow down. I hear you, but the amount you land, I view as being relative to how much you throw. I hear you, but that's a higher conversion rate, though. Do you know what I'm saying? If I have 1 shot and score and you have 10 shots and miss, then that's even more impressive to me, in my opinion. Even here, I'm looking at it's a close round. I am slightly looking at Oshaki. I prefer, for anyone that's new to the channel, I prefer aggressive pressure fighters. So if they both land the same, but Fulton's boxing off the back foot and Ashaki's pushing him, I'm going to lean more towards Ashaki Foster because I like that style of boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, it's ring generalship. Fulton wants to hold center ring, but he's not really. Now he's doing it a bit better. But before, he wasn't really able to hold center ring because Ashaki Foster was pushing him back. So I'm definitely leaning towards Foster for this round because I like that ring generalship. That is a big part of boxing. That he's controlling the territory better than Fulton. But it's a very, very close fight. We called this a 50-50 on the podcast, and it definitely, is looking like that so far. Very, very close fight. Foster putting a combination together as well with a big right hand. Another combination, left, left, right again. He's got to mix that up now. It's intelligent boxing from Foster. Really intelligent boxing. He threw left, left, right. Then he threw left, left, right. Then he realized that it was becoming a bit obvious. Probably wanted to throw it again, chose not to, and went for a single, then a double. Do you know what I mean? Good mixing it up. The problem that I have with Fulton is gears. That's the worry I have with Fulton. What we just saw from Stephen Fulton there, I don't know if he can go through the gears. I feel like Ashaki Foster can go through the gears. I think in round 7, Ashaki Foster's going to be pushing him back and teeing off on him. And I think that in round 7, Fulton's going to be doing exactly the same. And interestingly, they don't have Fulton sitting down between these 2 rounds either. They've got him standing up for this. They've got him standing up. Bozy Ennis does do this a lot, but that's interesting to me. Remember, he's moving up in weight and he's 2 pounds over. So he's carrying a lot more weight than he would have otherwise been carrying. Jerry, Ishaki's a very, very tried and tested fighter at this weight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of man got it 1-1. I've got it 2-0 to Foster, but let's see. Gary Russell Jr. is there. Obviously, Boots is there. We're into round 3. Fulton starting with the pouring jabs, not really landing, but just range finders. See, if Fulton starts to go through the gears and throw a lot more, great jab from Foster. Rapid jab from Foster. They're both jabbing each other, though, but that one got through clean. But if they go through the gears, I think that Foster comes off the better. Good right hand from Foster as well. Good left hand from Foster again. Fulton came out really aggressive for the first 10 seconds, and very quickly, Ashaki Foster took that aggression out of him. This is what I'm saying. Ashaki launches a jab off the back foot and then comes forward. That's really good from Ashaki Foster. Every time Fulton, the footwork from Ashaki Foster is great. When Fulton steps forwards and throws a punch, he steps back, but he uses that step back to push off and launch himself into an attack. Really, really great footwork. I said on the podcast in the midweek, I said Fulton can win this fight, but he has to be almost perfect. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Fulton can win, but he's going to have to be very, very, very good. He's moved up a division. He's fighting someone naturally bigger than him. Ashaki Foster, about 5'9", 3 inches longer reach. And Fulton is someone that likes to jab. He's a boxer. He's not a big power puncher. He's a boxer. And you're boxing someone who is equal to you as on a boxing scale. Maybe not equal, maybe, but he's got the better dimensions. Fulton might get stopped. His punch resistance won't last the later rounds. This is what I'm saying. Remember, I called it right round 7. Because look, Fulton came out and did something different for the first 10 seconds of this round. F-Texter, I think you're a bit ahead of us now. I've got 45 seconds left in this round. Fulton came out in round 3 and started to do something different, but he's now gone back to factory settings and he's eaten a few big punches. Not many, but a few. If this continues, it's a long day for Fulton. He's not got Foster's respect in terms of his punch power at all. Foster's going to keep coming forwards. It's a great performance from Foster so far. F-Texas got it 2-1. I got it 3-0. See, Fulton is standing at distance and he's trying to use a little rangefinder, but the guy you're fighting's got longer range than you. So as much as you're using this as a rangefinder, I can use this as a rangefinder. And once you get close to finding your range, I'm going to hit you and then move and disrupt your range. Now you got to find your range again. That's what Foster's doing really well here. Foster has had 3 split decisions in a row. Foster's got, I mean, longer range, more power, quicker as well. Yes. Oshaki Foster definitely seems quicker. That's the problem. All of this is a problem. 100%. 100%. But that was, you see that round, yeah? We're into round 4 now. In that round, he came out and was more aggressive. Fulton came out and started more aggressive. And it didn't actually work out for him. So what do you do now? Do you be more aggressive again? I think by round 7 we're going to see Fulton in problems. Ashaki has a deep bag of skills here, and he's mixing it up really well. Sometimes it's singles. Has he switched stance? Ashaki Foster switched stance here. He's actually gone southpaw. Ashaki Foster now standing in southpaw and landing quite a few jabs on Fulton from the right, and trying to tee up a left-handed punch power. What I don't like from Foster here, what I don't like is he's allowing Fulton to walk him down and he's taking steps backwards. He's giving him territory. He's circling him a bit more now, but you don't need to do that. I don't think he needs to do that. He switches. Good right hand from Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton walked him down and launched one good, powerful right hand. That's the only real kind of power punch that's landed this round. That was good. Foster's been putting a lot of combinations together though, so that's not enough to win the round. Good left hand comes through the guard from Foster. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to. This is why I said you don't have to step backwards. You're beating this guy. Let him come to you then. But you're going to beat him. This is like when, I don't want to say it's like Benavidez walking down Yard, because Benavidez is bigger than Yard. You're the bigger guy. Don't get walked down by a smaller guy. Just from body language, I know Foster is winning. I've got Foster up by 4. The man then probably have Foster 3-1 by the end of this round. Fulton's coming to look for the punch. Fulton's coming to look for it. I think Ashaki can hold his feet here. I get why he's going backwards, but Fulton is not a power puncher. You've got the speed on him. Make him pay. You're walking into my house. And this is what you don't want. Backed into the corner. Once Fulton gets you into the corner, then it's a problem. But so far, F Texas said 3-1. I got it 4-0. Yeah, Roach. I don't know why man don't rate Roach. Do you know what I'm saying? Man don't disrespect Roach, but it is what it is. To me, 4-0. 3-1 Foster as well. Yeah, Errol's there, bro is everywhere, but in the ring. I lied. Thanks. Bro is everywhere, for real. I got it 4-0, man, then. I'm not going to lie, I've got it 4-0. And the way that I called that first round, That is aging beautifully right now. That is aging beautifully right now for me. I think I made the right decision. Antoine Russell is there. Everybody's there, man. We're into round 5. And like I said, what are we going to see that's different from Fulton? That's what the Inoue fight told me. You were very, very one-paced. Fulton was very, very good, but he was one-paced. Once Inoue started moving through the gears, he had no answer. He couldn't move through the gears with him. Ashaki also seems quite one-paced, but Ashaki seems to have more punch variety. And that's what's really helping him here. He's got the size and he's got the punch variety. Fulton came forwards kind of aggressive, tried to wrestle Ashaki a little bit. Great check right hook from Ashaki. Ashaki still in that. That's lovely. That is really lovely. Ashaki should keep moving forward. Fulton ain't got no power. Depends on how much he trusts his chin. But I generally agree with you. Or at least if you're not going to move forward, hold your feet. When he's coming towards you, you're teeing off on this guy. He's coming looking for you. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got his timing. Ashaki actually seems to be like struggling with confidence. Do you know what I mean? He's doing really well in this round. Remember, I called it, boys. Round 7. I called it. And it's not set by round 7. I don't know if Fulton's going to be gone, but I think that Fulton's going to be in problems. Do you know what I mean? Foster got to be from Philly or some shit. Yeah, he's actually from Texas. Yeah. I see that earlier when they introduced him. Fulton has Madrimov syndrome, only fighting one gear. Yeah, 100%. If you try to box with Fulton, you might lose. But if you make this a fight, then it's long. Like who is Madrimov beating that's bigger than him? Madrimov ain't beating nobody bigger than him. Do you know what I'm saying? Madrimov's not beating anyone bigger than him. He needs to be the same size or bigger to win fights because he's going to box. Do you know what I'm saying? And he can't get into a fight. Fulton USB can't download data, blood. I lie, bro. He's trying to put a USB into a Mac. It's not working. Probably eating too many Big Macs as well, you fat motherfucker. I'm joking. He's only 132 pounds, but still. That's the first thing. He's just 2-1 paced. And if he does get any success, I just feel like Ashaki has too much in his bag right now. He actually has too much in his bag. Ashaki's landed a lot of great singles, left hands, right hands. He's also landed some great counter punches. And then he's actually thrown and landed some incredible combinations. And if Fulton ever does get any, you're giving Fulton this round. I'm not giving Fulton this round. Fulton is more aggressive this round. But again, I still feel like Ashaki landed more than him this round. I'm not even trying to be biased. Other than Shafiq, how you man got this round? You giving this round to Foster, Giovanni? Yeah, everyone else is giving it to Foster still. Shafiq might be from Philly. Well, listen, I got it a clean sweep, man. I got it 5-0 to me. And if Fulton does close the distance or does have any success, he can switch back. He can do something different. Do you know what I mean? Fulton's just not doing enough, in my opinion. He's thrown 53 more punches in total, Foster. And we thought that Fulton had actually thrown more and Foster had landed more. But it turns out Foster's actually thrown 53 punches more. We're into round 6. If Foster keeps switching it up and changes levels, he gets him out of there. I think so as well. And not only that, I think that Fulton is going to get more and more desperate. And as Fulton gets more and more desperate, then he's going to play into the hands of Foster. That being said, Foster has had his last 3 fights have been split decisions. So I don't know if Foster's going to have the confidence to really put it on Fulton. I think he'll be quite comfortable just winning the rounds. I think he'll be comfortable winning the rounds, and he's not really looking to make a statement. But this time it's Ashaki Foster on the front foot. They're both able to push each other back. That's what makes this a 50-50 fight. If Ashaki Foster were willing to hold his feet and trade a little bit more in the pocket, this would not be even close to a 50-50 fight. But it's the fact that they're both giving each other territory. When one comes forward, the other goes backwards. They're making it a bit of a back and forth dance. And I don't feel like Ashaki Foster has to do that. He's just kind of choosing to do that. I think he just, like I say, he wants to win the rounds. Good counter left there from Ashaki Foster. Again, he took a step back and launched into the attack. Really, really good. I think Foster's got really good footwork. Maybe not footwork like slick footwork. His footwork's basic, but he uses his feet really well. Another good counter left. Then the right hand. Fulton's going to think there's more than one man in there, bro. Big man thing, because it's long, bro. He's just, punches are coming from everywhere, bro. There's a left hand from Foster. Great defense from Foster, and then pivots. Fulton just not showing me enough, man. Very, very passive performance from him so far. Fulton is fighting this fight as though he's a power puncher. Do you know what I mean? He's dummying his way in, and then when he gets in, he throws a one single bang, and then he gets out. Well, that's what he's trying to do. He's not throwing any combinations. You're a boxer. You're not a power puncher. Shafiq, we know. We know. Shafiq, where you lot from? Anyone that's new to the channel, let us know where you lot are from. I got it 6-0. Yeah, bro, I lied. The draw specialist blood, you know what I'm saying? Just sending a link to the boy Shane. One second, man, then. Let me just send Shane this link. To me, that's 6-0. My prediction is looking good. Gotham City, yeah. Nah, you're from Gotham City for real. Whenever I meet people from America, yeah, and I show them Birmingham, bro, they shit themselves, bro. But I rate you, though. I rate you for being up. I don't know if you're new to the channel or what, but you know what I mean? Definitely subscribe. Stick around. We're going into round 7. This is looking very ugly for Fulton here. He's got to show me something, honestly. This is looking really, really ugly for Fulton. I don't even know if it's somehow worse than getting knocked out. I don't even know if it's worse than getting knocked out potentially, because you just standing there, just getting outdone for 12 rounds. Another good hand from Foster.
Who's winning?
For me, I've got it Foster 6-0. Other man in the chat have it Foster 5-1. They gave the first round to Fulton. Fulton is moving like a power puncher. Fulton's slowly creeping forward and trying to throw a single, but Ashaki has way too much in his bag, bro. Ashaki is switch hitting.
That's telling, because he's got this fight. He's got the camp completely wrong. So for me, if you've been like struggling at the weight and you're moving up, to me, yeah, you've got the weight completely wrong,
bro. When do we ever see Fulton? He's creeping. He's fighting at Anthony Yard, bro. He's creeping forwards and throwing an overhand right, bro. Ashaki started off in orthodox. What he did beautifully is there's times he's throwing singles, there's times he's throwing jabs, there's times he's throwing power punches, there's times he's throwing combinations. He's mixed it up really, really well. As soon as Fulton comes in and tries to get too aggressive with him, he switches. Then he pushes Fulton back. The one thing that Ashaki Foster's doing wrong, though, is he's allowing Fulton to press him and he's giving up territory. They're both giving territory to each other, But I think that if a Shaki Foster stood there and held his feet, he'd get this guy out of there.
Have
But
they put up the unofficial scorecard?
nah, not yet. Not yet. But Fulton, bro, this ain't looking great for you, bro. Another good left hand from a Shaki Foster. Now Fulton's in the corner. Now he moves away. I only gave Fulton the first round because he looked like a Timu David Hay. I told you in the chat when you gave him the first round, I was the only one that gave a Shaki Foster the first round. Everyone else in the chat gave the first round to Fulton, and
Can
now
you man
Fulton's
put the
lost.
likes? Have more likes in the video, please. I need more likes on this video. The video
And
needs
now
more likes.
Fulton has lost every single round. Fulton
There's
got to
not
start
enough
brawling.
likes on this video.
Fulton got to start brawling. How's he gonna brawl, blood? The other guy is bigger than him, more comfortable at the weight than him. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything, bro. The other guy's got a longer reach than him. Everything, bro. You can't go and brawl with a man that's got all the physical advantages. All
You
Fulton's
must.
got is two extra pounds of weight.
And 2 extra pounds of weight that he couldn't shift because
Yeah.
it's not even rehydration weight neither. Because you could weigh in heavier and still be lighter on the night. You know them way
Yeah.
there.
These guys are knowledgeable, but they don't know much about influencer boxing. No, 100%, bro. We hold our hands up to that, bro. We don't. In fact, it's not even we don't know much. We don't know anything about influencer boxing.
Facts.
But I'd rather be this way inclined to be an expert in boxing and not know influencer boxing the other way around. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, that's just what it is.
My stream ain't even working right now. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm using a Bandulu thing.
Mm.
Because, fam, I can't even open the fights. I'm pissed, bro.
That's what happened to me, bro. Earlier, the link. Ask Mac. Mac, have you got a link for Shane? DM Shane a link, please. Because Mac's the
Nah,
link plug.
I have a link. Because I was able to watch the fights on my phone.
Yeah.
But I think it's fam. I think it's the signal thing, car. The signal's good for the stream. Like, obviously, I'm coming through clear and all of them things there. But it's annoying still.
Look at
Bro,
Mac.
we only have 13 likes on the video. At least have like 25. Like, what are we doing, bro?
We're into round 8. And for me, Stephen
What are
Fulton,
you using, Mac?
his
What
career
are
might be
you
over, blood,
using,
because
Mac?
he's fighting a Shaq. DM it to him. Ask him, don't type it in the chat.
Yeah, in regards
Unofficial scorecard for the first time from Larry Hazard is all Foster.
no, bro, I'm not surprised, bro. When I realized that Fulton got the weight wrong, then of course, bro, that's I underscore am Shane the number one. When
Mac, it's on OnlyFacts, bro. If you look at any of our reels, he's tagged in the reel. So just go onto that and DM him the link that
yeah,
you've got.
on the when you get the weight that wrong, you move up a weight class and miss weight. Obviously, you got camp wrong, you got everything wrong. And for me, bruv, Stephen Fulton is a prime example of a guy
Look at my man. Look at my man. Don't read it out. Just read it in your head.
Well, I'm just saying, man, fam. This is the second sniffhead that we've had in a week, in a 2 weeks in a row.
To
Bro.
be fair, he's from Birmingham, so he needs it, blood. I hear it. But yeah, bro, like I say, Stephen Fulton coming forward
in the video, bro. Likes, bro. Go on.
Stephen Fulton is coming forward like he's the bigger, stronger man, but you're not, bruv. You're the smaller guy, and you're the guy that's moving up in weight. So where are you going with this tactic? This might be the worst performance I've ever seen from anyone outside of the Bozy gym.
You might be right about that.
So inside, I mean, in the Bozy gym, sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? This might be the worst performance I've ever seen. This is worse than the Inoue performance. Like, to me, Inoue is an all-time great, and you got stopped. That is better than just getting pieced up by a shot. This looks like Anthony Yard to me, bro. This is like Anthony Yard versus Beterbiev down to Anthony Yard versus Benavidez. Fair enough, you got stopped by Beterbiev and you gave a good account of yourself. This is just, if this ends 12-0 against Ashaki's last 3 fights were all split decisions. This nigga don't even win fights great. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like, yeah, he's good.
One of them wasn't a split decision. It was robbed in the cards, but you're all right though.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying this is not some brother. This is not some elite brother that you're fighting. He's very good though. Ashaki's impressed me today. He's definitely impressed me today. But his bag, I don't know if Ashaki is great or if Fulton's making him look great. But his bag just looks too deep, bro. He's landing, He's landing right hands whenever he wants. He's landing. His jab looks rapid.
But Fulton is a prime example of when you've been paid very well, bruv. You know, it's hard to go running when you're wearing silk pajamas.
It's hard to go running when you're wearing Timberland boots, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But I said in the
Is
chat,
he wearing Tim's in this?
nah. I said in the chat before it started, I closed my eyes and said, if he's wearing Tim's, the fight's over. He's already lost, but he's not wearing Tim's today. Do you know what I'm saying? So unofficial got it 7-0, going to be 8-0 now. F Texas got it 7-1. My man said, Batista said, see more action in Kidavelli versus Ambush. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, this stream ain't working neither, Mac. And it ain't your fault. It's literally this, like, the stream itself is
They
coming up.
also have not had Stephen Fulton. Bozy has not had Stephen Fulton sit down at all between any of the rounds for the whole fight. I'm wondering about his gas tank. I said by round 7 we might see him start to look like he's in real trouble.
No,
Do you know what
but
I'm saying?
bro, he's got the camp wrong. Like, this is.
Hey Mac, that's your warning. Mac, that's strike 1. You know what we know, we don't do that on this channel. That's strike 1. Steph don't look right in the head. I hear you. He's probably not right in the head because he's been boxed his head off for 8 rounds. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, in rounds.
Honestly, as Nick alluded to earlier today, boxing is not the right sport if you're not mentally well, bro.
But not just that. This is the second time that we're gonna say he don't look right, bro. You can't be a Messer Ozil, bro. You can't be an on your day player. He's great on his day. I'm not on that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
You're
not on.
right. You're
You know what
right.
I mean? You
That's
can't
not
do
good
that in
enough
boxing.
excuse.
Especially that's cool when you're Sam Noakes and you're like a middling level fighter. Fulton was supposed to be one of them guys.
Yeah, this shit ain't working, bro. This is gonna be a depressing fucking day, bro. I'm gonna miss these fights. Both my stream and Mac's stream isn't working, but they're not working for the exact same reason. They're doing
Foster
the
ain't that
same
good. I
thing.
can't lie. Robson Caicedo moved to him. This is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Caicedo, I don't want to say he moved to him, it was a close fight, but Caicedo ain't a Greek fighter, so
This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, this guy's making a Shaki look great, bro. Tomorrow, whenever you get time, watch this back. If you're logged into the OnlyFacts account, could there be a problem here? Stephen Fulton, nah, there's not. Okay, cool. Fulton was in trouble though for a second. I don't know if you're logged into the OnlyFacts account, but it's on premium, innit? So you can, on premium, you can download videos, you know that, yeah? And watch them.
yeah.
So maybe it's something to watch on the plane on the way back. But he's not, the thing is, he's not getting pieced up. Like, Foster doesn't have the confidence in his chin to hold his feet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if he held his feet, he could really do damage to Fulton. But like I said, with the way that he's had these decisions going against him and different things like that for Foster, yeah, he's very happy to just win rounds. He fights a good 2-piece. He's very happy to win rounds, bro. At no point do I believe, this is 1 minute left in round 9. At no point, no matter what Foster does to him, no matter how much he hurts him or anything like that, yeah, like, he's not going to step on the gas and go for it. He just doesn't look interested. This is a proper Shakur Stevenson level performance. Do you know what I'm saying? But this is a more attacking Shakur Stevenson performance.
But at the end of the day, he's fighting
Do you know what I'm
someone
saying? Like, he's just not interested in.
he's fighting someone who, in many people's eyes, he was the favorite, at least before the weigh-in anyway.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think we're the only channel that said that. I said I'm slightly leaning towards Ashaki Foster.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I'm
Shivani
pissed.
said,
I should have put money on it because I should have put. As soon as the weigh-in happened, I'm like, yeah, Foster's winning this fight.
yeah. No, but even in the corner, like Bozy looking at him trying to talk and CBS looking at everywhere else but him. Really, that's bad. That's bad. Just hide it in the park near the house. Foster not even chinny, so I don't know why he's not pressing the action or holding his feet in the middle of the ring. He's found a formula that works, and he's just running with that formula. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I understand. I hear it. How was dinner anyway? What'd you have?
Couple things still. The dinner was actually good. I actually enjoyed myself today. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mm.
It's probably been my best night out here in Mexico still. Enjoyed myself. It's kind of
Fulton's finished. Fulton's finished, bro. I'm telling you.
yeah, he's done. He's done. For me, I could have said he was finished from he lost from he never made weight, blood. Okay, finally. This shit's now looking like it wants to work. Hopefully this
So
actually...
far, Ashaki Foster has landed 60 more power punches.
There we go. I don't know what round you're in, but I'm in
Round
round
10.
10.
Yeah,
Round 10, 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
Yep, yeah.
Since when did Fulton get breeds?
Yeah, well, since now, blood. You're looking at D'Angelo in there. Look at that two-piece. Are you done?
Good 1-2 from Shaki.
He's back in orthodox now, man. Them all big right hand.
I don't know if that landed, but my stream might be shit still.
It definitely did. I saw the reaction. It might not have been clean, but it's enough to score it. This is the most aggressive Ashaki's been in terms of pushing the action. So he is starting to get more aggressive.
Oshaki's a really good fighter. He's a really good fighter. He's not a great fighter. He's a really good fighter. Fulton, best days was at 22. Obviously, he had that
but
one.
Fulton's also never been a great fighter. Fulton was a great boxer, but he's not really a fighter.
Bro, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what's happened. You know them way there. Like sometimes
look, it's a good left hand from
Black
Fulton.
Man too much money. That was a good left foot from Fulton though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's walking forward and trying to land a single like he's Anthony Yard, but he ain't got Anthony Yard.
He looks so
power
slow.
Like that. So I don't know where this has come from.
You know, certain fighters don't carry the speed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Block that you.
Ashaki looks much sharper.
Block that
jab for jab.
Block that you. That's just coming in the chat. Block that.
I did it straight away. I'm blocking this one as well. You might not see it, but I'm doing it.
Cool. Where's the mods? Is there no mods in?
Only Ravage is a mod, but I made Samson a mod as well. And
Samson, are you not getting? Do you not have mod experience?
The thing is, Fulton's looking for that haymaker, but I can't tell you the last time Fulton landed a haymaker and cleaned someone out. So I don't know what that's going to do for you.
I don't know Fulton to do that still. I don't
know. What's that going to do for you, bro? He's going for this overarching overhand right.
And Chucky's got a chin, fam.
I don't know what that's going to do for you, my bro.
Now he's wearing Timberlands, bro. What are you talking about? He's wearing Timberlands.
Oh, he actually is. There we go. My prediction was right. From the inside of them, they look like Jordans, but I've only just seen that they are actually Tims.
What is my man do, bro? And
He's wearing
some cowboy shorts as well.
Americans are just different, bro. Good exchanges from both fighters, but again, it's in a Shaki round. And the Shaki, again, showing he can land the punches off the back foot.
Shaki's doing well pot shotting as well.
He's done it all night, bro. He's done it all night, bro.
That was a great 1-2 from Shaki.
See what I mean? They both give each other ground, but...
It's annoying because this fight's now supposed to be at 130. Not 130? No, 135, sorry. But I actually wanted to see Shaki at 30. I wanted to see Shaki stay at 30. 35 is pointless because, like, neither of these two guys are gonna be money at 35. You know what I'm saying? Neither of these guys are gonna be like the Shakur Stevenson, Javante Tank Davis. Obviously, Keyshawn's moving up. Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? These guys are levels below. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bosey's probably disappointed with Fulton still. Fulton's best days are behind him, but it's mad because when he was at his best, he was a good fighter. But yeah, man, it's disappointing.
I'm leaning slightly more towards Roach, but it is close.
If Pitbull Cruz won, I wouldn't be surprised though.
Yeah. The thing is, Pitbull could fight the style of fight that Fulton's trying to fight here, but if Pitbull lands the single, it could be a problem. If Fulton lands a single, ain't doing nothing. So
I don't think Pitbull will try to do that. Pitbull's gonna try and land volume.
Yeah. This is the thing, like, bro. Look at what we're into round 11. Look what Fulton's doing, bro. Fulton has not thrown a single.
Been in orthodox the whole fight?
Yes, he has indeed. Yeah. And he's not thrown a single combination, bro. It's either a single jab or a single overhand and a windmill. He's not thrown any
Fulton,
combinations.
from what I've watched, I've only watched two rounds.
It's been exactly
Fulton,
how it's been. This
Shaki's got the game plan right, real well.
bro, like I
He's
said,
not
I've got Shaki 10-0, bro. Everything you've seen for the last 2 rounds is exactly how it's been the whole way. Exactly
because
how.
Fulton is actually good on the inside. He's actually a really good puncher on the inside. When he gets on the inside, he picks his punches well. And
Look at this. He's just hitting 1-2s, bro. He's just
literally,
spamming. He just hit 6 consecutive 1-2s.
you know, Fulton's got this fight all wrong. I don't know what he's done. I don't know.
The speed of
The
Shaki has
camp
been.
wrong.
Look at the speed on that jab.
You know
Look at
what?
the speed.
You know. That's come down to that's poor conditioning. He probably, you know, certain fighters don't move up the weight well with weight and speed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's probably one of those man still.
Bosey's got to take some level of responsibility for this.
Of course, you're always responsible. Fam, I'm fucking tired.
And now Shaki switched. And this is what I'm saying about Shaki. Look, he's giving him all that territory. Either brother, it landed a single punch on you, and he's just given up all that territory. I hear it though. He'll come back. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just felt
I
like
don't know about that. You know, I don't know
what?
about that. I don't
What?
know about that. I won't put money on that still.
Put money on what?
Cause on him coming back. I think this might be the end for Fulton.
Tank Shameless. If he comes back, he'll happily drag Foster up from 130 to 135.
He's made good money in his career, Fulton, and it's one of those ones where Fulton is his best days is behind him, and some fighters aren't happy to just be gatekeepers, bro. And at this weight class, at this level, he's only a gatekeeper. And
Yeah,
when you
because
lose,
obviously the expectation of him a few years ago is that he was going to be someone, and now
but
he's
he
not.
fought
The
for
refs having a
undisputed.
very,
He
very
fought for
close look.
undisputed. And when you fight for undisputed and lose in Japan, man, them not see. But you lost in America, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you lost at home. Man, you ain't even got no excuse, blood.
But like I said, bro, losing to Inoue and getting knocked out because you got bruck up and knocked out is like, I fought one of the greats and he was just great. But losing here, bro, you're fighting a kind of upper middling level fighter and just
Yeah.
getting shut out 12-0, blood. Because it's on my scorecard, it's 11-0. It's 11-0, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a worse this is a more reputation damaging performance than the Inoue fight, even though he got knocked out in the Inoue fight. If you are that team, are you sending them out there for the 12th round or not?
Yeah, of course. You don't quit.
Fulton said Max said he should quit on his stool.
For what? He's not getting beaten up. As a fighter, you always fight 12, bro. You stop to preserve yourself. Shaki Foster's happy to just win on points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
let's keep it real. Regardless of what we want to say about Fulton, this is still Shaki's biggest win, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Shaki ain't gonna do shit to risk that. So it's not like he's gonna try and go out there and stop him.
Yeah. Last round.
Was the fight a good fight or?
The way everything you've watched is exactly how it's been the whole way through.
Fair enough.
Exactly. So it's like it's entertaining enough as a boxing match, but like I said, bro, like Shaki's he's not doing the Shakur because he's not boxing off the back foot, but he ain't looking for that, but he's just happy to win the rounds.
He's just being efficient. He's just being efficient.
And that's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I say, looking at his recent record, I can understand why he just wants to go in there and get the win. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
That's where he's at in his career.
To shut out Fulton when you've had tough fights against Gonzalez and them man there.
Imagine if they rob Oshaki. They can't rob him, bro.
Hey, bro, we all got
It's been too obvious, bro. The fight needs to be somewhat. I mean, like someone's got to have to justify.
He ain't won one round. And if you're saying it's every round, then, bro, he's been 12-0.
Everyone in the chat has given this 11-1. I have it 12-0 if he wins this round. Everyone else has got it 11-1. So I'm saying even normally, if you're going to see a robbery, maybe the broadcaster scorecard might start trying to sell it to you, but the broadcaster scorecard had it 7-0. So,
bro, the punches landing there's such a disparity. We're talking about over 100 punches landed.
Yep.
And over 60 power punches landed. That's flipping mad. And I don't normally go by a CompuBox, but bro, that is at least a decent enough gauge to know that this fight ain't a close fight.
No.
You want to hit the like button before we go live for the Pitbull Cruz fight, and then after that, I might
That
have to.
noise scared me, blood. I thought there's some wild animal in the hotel or something, blood.
We're on 18 likes. Can we get to 30 likes before the end of the stream?
And flipping Fulton still looking for that haymaker, bro. That windmill haymaker, bro.
He probably, he
Shaki.
probably, he probably got this fight and this camp all the way wrong. He got fought with a good left hand there, a
But
right hand, sorry.
with his level of experience, though, you would think that he could make some necessary adjustments in the fight. Something, bro. He came out, and at the end of round two, I said to the chat, the problem I have with Fulton is he fights at one speed, and if this is all he's gonna do, he's gonna get pieced up. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what's happened because I said Shaki can move through the gears, or at least he's got a deeper bag than Fulton. But Fulton just did the same thing over and over and over again, bro. He didn't even really try and win this fight. Like he didn't
This,
try to make no adjustments. I mean.
this is facts. And I don't know. There was a guy earlier this week. He was earlier today, not this week. Earlier today, on the stream with Rants, he was asking us about like boxing commentary. This is just what you get when you log on to OnlyFacts, bruv. Like, how much man are live for this fight right now? Americans might be
Yeah,
live for this fight, but the same Americans that are live for this fight aren't live for the British fights. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And the same British fans that are live for British fights, they ain't live for the Americans. So we're outside, bro. Like we're actually outside. And I know I shouldn't be bigging myself up like that, but bro, it's that real, bro. It's that real, fam. You look at what we've done and what we're doing, bro. We're building a good community of just hardcore boxing fans, bro. Yeah, we're here for everything. We're here for the banter. We're here for the fun. But this is high level boxing. Shout out to old Shaki Foster because there's a lot of fighters who talk about Shaki, and he obviously he's always been seen as a guy who's good and obviously got talent, but he's never been seen as a guy who's gonna be that top world class fighter that we talk about for years. The fight that I want to see now, though, if he stays at 130 pounds, is him versus Raymond Ford. I mean,
mm,
Raymond Ford fights way different to Stephen Fulton, but another guy who's quite technical. Raymond Ford's got way more at this stage of his career, way more ambition than Stephen Fulton. I mean, I question Stephen Fulton's ambition when he left 126 after a career best performance against Brandon Figueroa. There
yeah,
were guys at 26 where I thought, you know what, you could actually become unified and what undisputed champion because
yeah,
26 isn't that deep. You moved to 130 for the money and you didn't even make 130. So
yeah,
yeah, this is a guy who's obviously a guy who's fighting for money at this stage, and when you're fighting for money, it's never a good sign. Foster
yeah,
versus Ford would be a proper fight, yeah, bro. Raymond Ford versus Foster. Obviously, Raymond Ford, another guy who's coming from 26, but Raymond Ford, obviously being younger and obviously not as accomplished as Stephen Fulton, is fighting for more than just you know money. He's fighting for legacy, and Raymond Ford's a guy who's actually made a lot of money being on them not ring, sorry, being on them Riyadh season cards, with
yeah,
Eddie Hearn. So Raymond Ford would have made a lot of money fighting. So he's fighting for a lot more. And obviously being you would think that Fulton being in camp with Andy Cruz and, obviously Jack Catterall, but Boots and all of that, he would have ambition still. But Raymond Ford being in camp with people like Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and all of them, man, they're seeing them man win world titles would mean he would have more ambition. One thing we definitely know is Raymond Ford ain't going into no fight overweight. That's one thing we know that for a fact.
yeah. We ain't we ain't got the scorecards yet, but you know what I'm saying, and yeah, Fulton looked terrible. Let's just be real. Fulton looked really bad, but Ashaki, he showed a lot, bro. Do you know what I mean? He showed that his bag was very very deep. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I
So
mean,
you know,
Shaki's always been a decent boxer. Obviously, we know he's not a banger. Pause. But he's always been a decent boxer, But he's a guy who's been, he's a guy who's never been seen as an elite. Who won the Ramos Mosley fight?
Ramos. Wait, I'm chatting shit. I actually don't know. I thought Ramos won because from watching it, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Ramos won.
I know you were watching it and you were saying Mosley was getting pieced up still. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure Ramos won.
I've never been a massive fan of Mosley. Still, he's had some
Yeah,
decent.
Ramos unanimous decision. I thought so. Yeah. Mandem, is Bozy a good coach? Like deep boots versus Karen, and even this fight, I didn't hear no good instructions to adjust. No, but this fight you can't take into consideration because Bozy knew this brother's fucking done, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in I've seen you fuck up the weight and everything, but I
Nah,
think Bozy's a good coach.
I don't even know how we can even question it. Me and Nick watched him literally have one fight with Jack Catterall, and we just saw
Night and day with Jack Carroll.
night and day,
Not
bro.
night and not just night and day, but like you can see the adjustments. You can see the
You
obvious
can see the
adjustments, and you
standards.
can see the standards. Yeah.
So yeah, 100%. And obviously, what he's done with
You've been
Boots,
in
you
the gym
can't.
with them though, right?
Huh?
You've been in the gym with them.
Yeah, facts. But Bozy's. But I'm just talking about things that these man can see. I'm not going to talk about what I can see because my taking my word for it is irrelevant. What you tangibly, we've seen what he done with Jack Catterall. Obviously, Boots is physically great, but Fulton's had a great career, bro. Fulton's been a unified champion at 22. This fight was at 35, so you know obviously this guy's at the back end of his career. You can question Ballsy, but I think it's unfair to question him based on one performance. And you have to bear in mind that he weren't in Fulton's corner for the Inoue fight either. Even though he coached him, he weren't in the corner for that fight. So I feel like it's way too early to be questioning whether Ballsy's a good coach. We even seen what he done with Andy Cruz, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's a bit too early to question him still.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see
Uh,
the Frank
Frank
Martin fight
Martin
earlier?
looking like a dangerous fighter at 140. Rances Bartholomew in 4 rounds. To be fair, Rances Bartholomew is shit in it. So I don't mean that don't mean shit to me. The worst fight I've ever seen in history was Rances Bartholomew versus Robert Easter Jr. Worst fight I've ever seen in history. I worked the fight. Worst fight I've ever seen. So you saying that Frank Martin looked good, it doesn't mean anything. Frank Martin needs to get active. Since he lost to Javante Tank Davis, he ain't done fuck all and he needs to get active. Good that he got a win, 148 in a division to play with. I can imagine they're gonna make Frank Martin versus Gary Antoine Russell. If they make that fight, I want to see that fight straight away. That's the fight that I can obviously see making with both of them being with PBC. Fulton's second loss in it. Yeah, this is second loss.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Good point. I forgot about the adjustments in the Catterall fight. Yeah, me and Nick were live for that fight. So again, another fight we're live for. We're live for it. We're here for it, bro.
Just getting ready for the main event. If you chat to the stream in the meantime, because I'm just doing I'm doing the overlays. I did the flags, but I'm just
Yeah, no,
downloading
yeah,
them.
no, yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about Fulton because if you were to ask me what I want to see next, he needs to get his mind right. I don't want to see Fulton fight until one, he has a clear plan on what he wants to do moving forward. If his plan is just money, then fuck it, don't be boxing. But if you have a clear plan of what you want to do moving forward, then the fights that I would want to see you in, I have to see you come back and actually win. I don't want to see you at 135 though, because you look sluggish and slow.
Yeah,
In terms of um what I want to see for old Shaki Foster, I mean, if he stays at 130, there's some really good fights. Obviously, me and Nick are live for Sugar Nunes versus Navarrete. That fight would be good for Oshaki Foster. Obviously, we spoke about the Raymond Ford fight. That would be a good fight. Um, you also got who else is at one? Who else is at 130? Let me think. Sugar Nunes.
Roach.
Oh yeah, no, Roach moves up to 30, 35. So I think that WBA belts now become vacant, Nick. I don't
Yeah,
know though. I don't know. You might be. I don't know. Roach was champion, so you're right. Roach was champion, but this fight with Pitbull Cruz is at 35. So I
yeah,
presume his last two fights at 35, you would assume that he's moved up. But I think he's still got the belt.
yeah. Who is it? WBC.
WBA.
Oh,
Shaki's
WBA.
WBC.
Oh, okay.
Shaki's WBC. So
Oh, fair.
um, you would think that after two fights at 130, he's going to stay at 30. Two fights at 35, he's going to stay at 35. So that belt will be vacant. So
You say
obviously, now, huh?
Man said Roach is at 140.
No, he's at 30, 35. He's
Yeah,
at
that's what I
35.
thought. Isn't this fight's at 135? No.
Yeah, it's at lightweight.
No, it's at super lightweight.
Oh, it's at 140.
Yeah.
What? Roach has moved up 2 weight classes. He wasn't
I'm
even
pretty
a big 30.
on Box Live. This is saying this is the WBC interim super lightweight.
So what are you doing fighting at 140? Why is
I
Roach
don't know.
why is Roach fighting at 40? You know what this tells me, Nick? You know
Yep.
what this tells me, Nick? This tells me that PBC are running out of fighters. So they're just making fighters fight at weight classes that they're not supposed
Well,
because
they do this a lot because they don't play ball with anybody else, do they? So
yeah.
with their interstable without the interstable fights, their PBC guys move around all over the place, blood.
Because Fulton ain't a 35. Fulton was fighting at 22. When I first met Nick, he was fighting at 22. You're
Yeah,
telling me my man's fought twice and now fighting at 35. It's a mad
yeah.
thing. This
This
guy's
is for
had
the
one
this
fight
this is
at
for the
35.
Matias. This is for the Matias belt.
No, it's not for the Matias belt because Matias still has the belt.
It's the interim position though for that belt.
Cool. Because they haven't stripped him. The
No,
WBC already.
this is the interim in it. It's not for the full title. It's for the interim.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying because the WBC, even though he failed a drug test, WBC haven't stripped him. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But this is a madness.
So whoever
So,
wins this might get elevated then if they strip him.
but then what happens with Dalton Smith? Because Dalton Smith was supposed to be fighting Matias for that.
Matias might have to. Maybe it's gonna be a Joe Parker and Wardley situation then.
Potentially. Regardless though, I'm disappointed because how is both fighters fighting for an interim WBC belt at 40 when
Yeah,
neither of them have ever fought at 40?
yeah. Well, I mean, Lawrence Okoli's got how many fights at heavyweight, and he's fighting for the interim belt at heavyweight.
No, but he at least has fought at heavyweight.
Yeah, only like once though. No.
I think once or twice, yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't seen why if that's the case and this fight's at 40, I'm going Pitbull Cruz to win.
No, I thought the same thing. I thought now I didn't really. I thought literally the same thing. I thought, don't know. Yeah, one of them the winner will get elevated. You'd think so, or they've got to make the fight with Smith. But
Dalton
the
Smith,
way
yeah.
with the way that PBC move, I don't know, bro. And then it just comes down to relationships because that's what should happen. But PBC might not make that fight, and I wouldn't put it beyond them to not make that fight.
You man hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I want at least 30 likes before the end of the live. I'm disappointed, bro.
Yeah.
That is mad. I don't understand that. Why would Roach just move up to 40 for one fight?
I mean, it's money, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
then
do you?
I mean, if that's the case, we're looking at a 40 division that's stacked, bro. Like, this division is flipping stacked, bro. Because Shakur Stevenson
Yeah.
just moved up to 40 to fight. Shakur Stevenson just moved up to 40 to fight.
Theo.
It's a fight Teofimo Lopez. Obviously, you still got
Some
Matias.
some of some of the size differences at 40 are going to be fucking insane.
Of course.
Imagine Tio fighting Lamont Roach.
It's mad.
He's going to be way bigger than Lamont Roach. Like 140 is crazy. Like the size disparity is insane.
That is mad, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that this fight was at 40. I thought this fight was at 35 because Pitbull Cruz is pretty much fought. I know Pitbull Cruz fought Rayo at 40, but he's also
Cold.
fought at 35. So,
Shafiq said it's a cold walkout. I'm watching the walkout now. Lamont Roach is walking to the ring.
I'm inclined to go with
But obviously, like the bigger, the heavier the weight, the more you lean towards Roach for sure. Especially,
you
I'm sorry,
mean Pit
the more
Cruz.
you'd move towards Pitbull Cruz, especially given that Roach has not fought at this weight. He's never fought at this
He's
weight.
only had one fight at lightweight, and that was against Tank.
Yeah,
So to then
He's
just
moving
have
like Benavidez. He's moving like Benavidez, moving up to Cruiser blood. This man just
yeah, I don't. But that's a good example. Another PBC guy that's just moving through the weight classes for no reason. Like man, them ain't even outgrowing the weight, bro. 140 is gonna be stuck though. Or
Yeah.
I can't even say that because man, they might just think, you know what, Bunny, I might move to 147. You know what I'm
EBC
saying?
needed a start after Tank, so this is probably why.
No, I
Yeah.
disagree.
I
Because
don't I don't know. I don't
I
know if
don't know
either
if
of these can
Roach is
fill
that
that
guy.
gap. Yeah, neither of these guys can fill that space.
One of them needs to start beating up their baby mother for that to happen.
Yeah, well, one of them, they got opportunity to actually beat someone in the ring. What is this walkout song? I don't know. Bro, Cameron is in his corner. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cameron in his corner.
Man's wearing a three-piece suit like a Jehovah's Witness. What is going on, fam?
I can't lie, man. Them is usually go with the boxer, but I got a mad feeling. I go with the boxer when they're the same size. But if it's someone moving up a lot of weight classes. So, for example, if it's I didn't even know. I can't even think of an example.
A lot of the advantages, a lot of
Who's
the
a who's a puncher? Who's like a solid one bang puncher in any weight class?
Wilder.
Not heavyweight. Let's go 175 or lower. Who's a solid puncher at 175? Okay, Hamza Shiraz is a puncher at 168.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Madrimov moves up from 154 to 160, has one fight and then moves up to 168, even though Madrimov might be technically better than Shiraz, I'm leaning towards Shiraz.
That's a good
If they were
example.
both fighting at 154,
That's a good
if
example.
they're fight if they're both fighting at one, I don't want to use Beterbiev because he's a freak. If they're both fight, if there's two boxers, if there's a boxer and a puncher, they're at the same weight class. I'll lean towards the boxer. But if you are a boxer that's coming up two weight classes to fight the biggest puncher, Pitbull Cruz, maybe not the biggest puncher at 140, but if you're moving up to fight a puncher, then now, because if you get hit, that's why I'm slightly leaning towards Tio with Shakur. Because that's why I think it's kind of 50-50. You've never been hit with any, you barely got hit in a Tank fight.
No, but with the Shakur thing, the one thing I give
Charlo versus Canelo. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Charlo was actually a better boxer than Canelo, but still.
the one thing I give like with Shakur is fighting Tio, but Shakur's at least acclimatized to 35. Roach didn't even acclimatize to 35. He's
Yeah.
now at 40, bro. I
He was
don't even
world
understand.
champion at 130. The school of thought was that at the time. You know, he's inclined to change his mind. It's up to him. But the school of thought was that it was a one-off fight and he was going to go back down. We didn't even really think he was going to stay at 135. Do you know what I mean? It was just a cherry pick that went wrong. We didn't know that he had really any ambitions to kind of go and campaign at 135 long term necessarily. But
Who was that? Who was that saying? Well, then I was talking about someone earlier today. Someone asked me a comment, and I was like, "Oh, they will then fight Anton Russell." Who was I talking about?
can't remember.
I gotta go through these comments because I was like, "That's another person that's at 140 as well."
Yeah.
You man in the comments remind me who was I talking about because
There's
I
a
was
lot of they're small though. These are all small 140s.
yeah, they're all small 140s. I don't even know why the man them are just moving through the weight classes like this, bro. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Roach weighed in at 139.6
Oh yeah, no,
and
it's Martin I was talking about. So even Martin's now
yeah,
at 40 as well.
yeah.
The thing is though, Martin was a big 35, so that's one person I'd actually say cool. But I can see I already see the script. I
We
already see
saying
the script.
we saying Devin Haney's gonna hit the sauna.
No. Devin's staying at 47 because Devin sees a clear path to undisputed. But um um I
The
can
fight
see
hasn't
this.
started yet. They're just in the ring and
I
they're
can see the
just doing the
script.
announcements.
Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach will fight the winner or will fight Frank Martin. And then one of them will fight for and that will be for Matthias's belt. Because that's pretty much what's gonna be the case. They're gonna order Dalton Smith versus the winner of this fight still. But Martin will be in line for that fight as well. Anton Russell's got the WBA. Anton Russell will probably end up fighting someone like maybe you know what they might do, Nick, yeah? They might make one of these fight for Matthias's belt and Antoine Russell versus Frank Martin, and the winner fight each other in a unification. That might be an option. Man says Shane is Devin's lawyer. I don't see that. I don't know why you see that still. Man, like Cameron, trust me. You man hit the like button. We are currently at 19 likes. That is not good at all, bro. That is not good at all. 20 likes. Get us at least 30 likes, bro. I can't lie. If Roach knocks out Cruz, mind how you move in Mexico, you know. Roach ain't knocking out Cruz, blood. Are you mad? You know how good Cruz's chin is. And Roach weren't cracking at 30. How the hell is Roach gonna crack at 35? No, at 40, sorry.
I was about to say they're not at 35, they're at 40, blood.
But Roach weren't cracking at 30. So man's
Yeah,
moving to
facts.
fight at 40. He ain't cracking at 30.
Facts.
But yeah, I was saying, Nick, I could see Antoine Russell versus Antoine Russell
I could hear you. I
versus
can hear you. Yeah. Frank Martin. Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. And
Yeah.
then the winner fight the winner of this for unification. I can see that happening.
Facts.
And then maybe they might get a Richardson Hitchens or Teofimo Lopez or Shakur Stevenson. But that division is looking stacked still.
Third weight class in as many fights they've got up on PBCs. That's like, you know, they got little facts about him. Gave Gervonta Davis a draw on the third. The way they type this out is so weird. Gave Gervonta Davis a draw is a weird way to phrase that. And then third weight class in as many fights is also a weird way to phrase it. That pain's kind of kicked in, you know. That's why I'm standing up and walking about like this fucking pain.
I swear.
Yeah,
Did you get your results from your test?
Yeah, I gotta go for the camera.
Bro, that is fucking mad. I thought they were able to tell you at this stage.
Nah.
Kovalev's a solid puncher. Yeah, Kovalev is a solid puncher still.
True, but I didn't want to use Kovalev as an example.
Yeah, thank you very much, Samson, for reminding me, Frank Martin. Yeah. Bro, I'm getting old, bro. I forget shit all the time. Man's got Alzheimer's or something.
You're nearly 30, you know?
No, I don't push them things on me, bro. I'm 27, fam. I ain't even got no pitney to reach 30.
When's your birthday?
August the 1st.
Oh, yeah.
I need to push couple pitney and a couple gals
Same as my aunt.
before I talk about 30, bro.
What difference that make?
I have one pitney, bro.
Rastaman mate use into all types of old age, blood.
Yeah, of course, but I want to have a lot of children, so I need to start early.
Sounds expensive.
Trust me, but you don't have to look after all of them. I'm joking.
You ain't joking.
Nah, I am. Main event's about to start still. Raw. The way where it's just frozen for me was a mad thing.
They ain't frozen for me. Let's go. Shane looking for bills. We're into round one. Here we go.
No, round one ain't even started yet. Nah, it's starting now. Bumba Clark is
And of
frozen.
course, Cruz. Oh, big right hand already. Smothered a little bit, but Cruz pushing and walking forwards.
I mean, we obviously know the facts. Roach is gonna try and box. Cruz is gonna try and brawl.
Roach looks, and you can't go by looks, but Roach looks well adjusted to 40 physically. To be fair,
I don't. It's difficult to gauge because Cruz ain't a big 40 anyway.
it's true.
Like you see them in there with the flipping Josh Taylor, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
With a Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia.
Where's Cat? What weight class is Catterall at right now? 40 as well.
47.
Oh, 47. Okay.
He was at 40 before though, but his last fight was at 47.
Cruz just trying to get Lamont Roach's respect early. Roach already knows what Cruz is going to come in and do. Oh, look at that man! Just pick. Nah, don't let man pick you up like that. Don't let man pick you up like that. Let me know when you get to the pickup. I think that Cruz is catching him as well a little bit.
Yeah, I do think he is still. Yeah, I just got the pickup still.
This ain't tank, you know. This ain't tank. We're gonna look crazy on the podcast. I'm not gonna lie, because we thought it was 35.
No, I don't think we're gonna look crazy because I think it's a natural thing to think it's 35, bro. Why is this fight at 40? I have no idea.
Wow. Richardson Hitchens is too big for him. Yeah.
Richardson's big at the weight still. Richardson's big at the weight. Richardson ain't gonna be at 40 for long.
Yeah.
But neither is Teal. Teal ain't gonna be at 40 for long neither.
Roach trying to yank on the shoulder of Pitbull Cruz. This is the thing that's really difficult. This is the difference. Look at what Cruz is doing and look what Fulton was trying to do. And what I mean by that is, obviously, that's not how Fulton naturally fights. But Cruz, with this, not in Shane's opinion, other people's opinion, this kind of uglier, aggressive style of boxing, which is not very slick, he can win rounds doing this, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Fulton could not win a round doing this style of fight. You have to be a certain type of person to fight this style of fight.
This round's a tough round to score still.
This is a Cruz round to me, bro.
I understand why you can say that, but I do think in terms of controlling the distance and the range, I think Roach has done that still.
I think Cruz is going to be very. I think Cruz is going to be happier. I think Cruz is going to be happier getting out of this round than.
I don't know. It depends on how well Roach can sustain.
I'm just talking about just that 3 minutes of boxing. I think that Cruz is leaving happier, man.
I think Cruz has done some shit stuff as well, bro. He's kind of overcommitted on punches and made himself kind of easy to counter.
Like, I hear you.
Cruz is actually a shit boxer, but he's a good fighter.
Oh.
I say 1-0 Cruz. I actually think Roach won that round still.
I got that to Cruz.
This is one of the rounds fights where I think it's gonna test me and use what you like type of thing.
I told them already, bro. I told them earlier. I said Shane likes the slick technical boxers, and Shane is predominantly, not only, but predominantly, for the most part, giving the round to whoever lands the cleaner punches. And or whoever lands the most punches, I should say, generally speaking. I'm typically giving the round to whoever's being more aggressive, pushing the action, and lands the power punches. So that's where Shane and I typically tend to disagree for the most part. But 50's giving it to Cruz as well. Pause.
Yeah, that's a wise though.
Lamont Roach getting into the fight. The difference with Lamont Roach, though, we know he will move through the gears. But Cruz is having some success.
I don't know why I'm so tired.
Yeah, what time is it there? It's only like 11 o'clock?
12 minutes, 15 minutes to 12.
Oh. It's 4:45 here, my bro. And we're still going. We move, blood. But I struggle with sleep, innit? I need some marijuana's, blood.
Cruz isn't doing himself no favors by just swinging, bro. You don't. When he's missing by a fucking mile.
The problem with this, the problem with Cruz is not, he doesn't have a bad gas tank, but it's just energy draining for no reason. You are throwing out so many calories, and what you're getting in return for the amount of energy you've exposed is very minimal. Do you know what I'm saying? And by the second half of the fight, Lamont Roach is going to start to just turn the screw. So, Cruz can win some of the...
Roach can see those shots coming from a fucking mile, bro.
Yeah. There's no setup, in it. There's no setup. Roach countering him well, though. Big right hand from Cruz there. Big right hand. I love Roach's body language, even in the tank fight. When he gets clocked with a punch, he just looks frustrated more than anything else. He just looks furious.
Yeah, he's got a good chin still. He's got a good pair of whiskers.
Good pair of whiskers, facts. But that was a big right hand from Cruz, I'm not going to lie. This is more of a Roach round for me. Because if Cruz is coming forwards and looking for the bangs, I want to see Roach countering him as he's coming in. It's a good exchange from both fighters.
What, man?
What?
The only drink we got in this fridge is fucking Pepsi and Coke. Don't like none of them.
Why don't you get some room service?
I can't wait for that shit.
It'll be like 2 seconds, bro. You're in the 5-star hotels, blood.
I know, but You know the maddest thing, since I've come here and ordered the room service once, that was a good shot from Roach still.
I thought Lamont Roach would lose, but I must be an idiot to not see that he could pot shot him for 12 rounds. Or can he pot shot him for 12 rounds? That's the thing. The fight
Bro,
before this is exactly like the blueprint to beat him, but
fam, Cruz can't box to save his life, bro.
nah, he can't. I've got it 1-1 as well. How have you guys got it out there 1-1 to me? Cruz is just so limited, bro. He's just
It
so
stays like this year. I can see this fight being one of those fights where you can't pick.
yeah. Cruz makes stuff look like it's working for him even when it's not.
Facts.
He's got such a fit. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like a footballer that's shit but has a great first touch. Like everything he does, like it looks like it's being effective, but it's not, bro. It's just fake. Like
Are you still in the second round or third round?
they're showing the highlights of the second. I'm not in the third yet.
Yo, my stream is slow, bruv.
We are
I was
he's just stepping off the stool now to go into the third round. Third round now.
fuck me.
Now Cruz.
This is the end of the second round.
What? Now Cruz is starting to try and use a jab. What is it about Mexicans? Why can some of them just crack blood?
I think it's down to culture and fight style.
Yeah. Especially the little ones, bro. 50 streams delayed as well. Mine's actually all right for once. Justice after the J. Opataya nonsense this morning.
Fam, that pissed me off the most, bro. I don't even want to talk about that. Joe
And then,
Patai is dead to me, fam.
yeah, it's ridiculous, bro.
Boy, I'm trying to just get some energy.
The problem with them fighters over there as well, that side of the world, is that there's nobody on an undercard. Like they might have 1 or 2 stars, but then like there's nothing underneath it. So paying $50 or something for a pay-per-view is shit value, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's never like this is a better card than any like Jai Opataya fight in Australia. Do you know what I'm saying? And this card's not amazing, but you've got Lara, you've got Fulton, do you know what I'm saying? You've got Shaki Foster, like do you know what I'm saying? Like as a you're seeing quite a few good talented fighters. You watch the Jai Opataya card, there ain't nothing underneath that, bro.
Fuck.
Halfway through, similar. Cruz just looking for the power punches. Lamont Roach looking to, you know. Max said that Roach is down. Let me see. Let me see. I'm not there yet. Is that in round 3? I'm assuming it is. Let's see. It's got to be an overhand right, surely. Oh, it's a great check left hook. It's a check left hook, and he's stumbled. He's not rocked. It counts as a knockdown.
Oh, yeah, it's a knockdown. It's a knockdown.
It's not a standing count, Shafiq. It's down. He touched his glove down. As he stumbled it back, once your glove touches the canvas, it's a knockdown.
What that was down to is balance, but also we kind of tried to trade hooks with the hooker. You don't do that.
Yeah.
People say don't trade hooks with a hooker. The only way you can trade hooks with a hooker is if you catch the hook first, then you can hook. But you can't hook whilst they're hooking.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that's such an advanced skill and technique. Is the far better advice for the average person is don't hook with a hooker. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's why they say it, because most people can't do that.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? You got to be chatting to Buds and Prime Canelos and all the rest of it to be telling them to do an Usyks and that. Do you know what I mean, the average brother, if you're coaching the average person in the gym, the best advice is just do not hook with a hooker, bro. End of, bro.
The issue you got now.
Yeah.
The issue you got now is Pitbull Cruz has just got a knockdown. Yeah, he tried to trade with a hooker and he paid a big price. The issue you got now, that's good refereeing. That was really good refereeing because we've seen,
He could
especially
have, yeah,
with Jack.
he could have run in and he could have run in and finished him, and that would have been unfair. You should have the 8 seconds.
Yeah, score the count straight away. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we've seen it, like obviously with the Jack Catterall fight a few weeks ago, where the guys touched the canvas. The ref didn't allow any more shots. He gave him the count. He split them up real quick, and they were back into the action. So there was no momentum lost from Cruz, but there was no.
Or with
But the
Wardley and Joseph Parker, the ref didn't even stop it for a count, just let them carry on when he probably
yeah,
should have stopped it for a count. And then
that was good refereeing, really good refereeing. But
oh,
yeah,
again, Lamont Roach, Cruz didn't land the hook, but Lamont Roach threw another hook that missed, and again, Cruz just almost caught with it.
you
With a counter hook.
someone like Cruz, yeah, someone like Cruz, you can't. The reason why you can't hook with is because his chin is pretty much sellotaped to his chest. So
Yeah.
even if you hit him with a hook, you ain't hitting him on the chin. You might hit him on the ears. You might hit him on the top of his head.
This
But
is
you
the
ain't hitting.
second. This is the second or third time that Roach has complained about getting hit low. He's complained about that repeatedly. So let's see if
Roach is
that can
gonna
play a
lose.
factor.
Roach is gonna lose this fight because all of this shit gives Cruz more confidence. And Nick was right about the stamina issue. But when you see the fact that you've hurt him and he's complaining, that just gives you more adrenaline and eager to keep doing what you're doing.
And they're in
Uh,
Texas, bro. They're in Texas. Like, do you know what I'm
No, but
saying?
I'm just meaning like we're legitimately winning. I think
Yeah,
Roach is doing things that's gonna causing problems legitimately because
yeah,
when you're a boxer, yeah, you're gonna have to have moments, or you're gonna have to be flawless. Like Usyk, you see, if Usyk wasn't flawless, he would lose fights
yeah.
because he's a guy who's
Especially at
looking,
heavyweight.
yeah. But you gotta be flawless. Like
Yeah.
we don't really see a lot of fights where
This is
my
some
man.
great trading, by the way.
Yeah,
Great
they're in the
trading from
pocket
both men.
trading with some
This
really
is
good shots.
very, very, very brave of Lamont Roach to come off of that knockdown and stand in the pocket and trade still.
But you know what? You know what this tells me? I don't think Roach trusts his legs in reverse for 12 rounds.
He don't. Why would you? Because you ain't going nowhere. Because the thing is, there's no point trying to run because if you try to run from Cruz, guess what? He's going to be right with you, bro. So I
Right.
mean,
So
it's
you
a
might as
waste
well
of
make
it's.
this fight in the center of the ring,
You
because
might as well fight in the center of the ring because
and save your legs.
and save
Save
your
your
legs and
legs.
save your energy. If you can get an advantage on him, then maybe you use your legs at the end of the fight. But you do not want to be. This is game management right now. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like when you've just conceded a goal or a shot off the crossbar and you just move the ball and keep it simple, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Man, ain't even thinking about attacking.
The
Everything
issue
Roach is
is
doing
though,
here is defensive.
the issue is when he is in reverse, he does land clean punches, but I do understand why he's not
He's
doing it.
more like he does land more punches, and this is more the kind of fight Roach would want. But he is also more likely to get hit with that big power punch.
And
Oh,
get
and
dropped.
Roach hit on the break, and the ref didn't take off a point, but you could lose rounds doing silly stuff like that.
Oh, he got caught with a good shot there, Roach, as well.
Yeah,
I think that's another Cruz round.
you think so? Uzo's got it Roach for that round. I think that's probably just about a Roach round from a boxing perspective.
I don't know. You man are confusing.
Yeah, that punch was low, very, very low, to be fair.
You man are changing the metric for how you're scoring rounds. I think Cruz won that round.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why Roach decided to hold his feet was because he realized when he's going in reverse, he's getting walked down. And he
Yeah.
held his feet. He did land some good shots, but I felt like Cruz landed the more eye-catching shots. Plus, when Roach started to fight up close, his work was less clean.
The big problem that Roach has got here, Shane, it just can't have a stat in when they're in the corner. Roach, Cruz has thrown. I think it said Cruz has thrown more punches. So like when you're fighting a power puncher, you typically want to be throwing more punches. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like Cruz landed 14 body shots in that last round.
yeah,
14.
yeah.
It's fucking mad, bruv.
Again, the ref has
That that,
warned
that, that, that
Cruz.
that tells me a lot, though, Nick. That tells me that this guy doesn't want to be moving. He
Yeah,
doesn't want to be moving. If you're going to the body, you do not want to be moving and using your legs. Because your legs, one, is always open when you're moving, but two, it's slowing you down, bro. I don't think Roach trusts his, and plus he's at 40, his first fight at 40. So it doesn't look like Roach is carrying, even though he's faster than Cruz, it doesn't look like he's carrying the speed up to 40 because you're heavier.
Shafiq just said this fight is serving. I can't lie, bro. Pause on that, blood. We're not gal in a nail shop about this fight is serving, bro. Let's do the keeping up with the Kardashians and that, blood. Do you
That
know
was
what I'm
a
saying?
good comment. But these men are trading some good punches, you know.
They are. They are. What the body shots also tells me is that Cruz is not under any illusions about who he is. Do you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? That's the problem. That's where a black man will lose to these Latin man. Because these
And
black man will definitely be in some delusion about who they are.
I'm glad Pitbull Cruz is going low as well. I'm glad he's going low. Keep going low.
Yeah.
Keep going low because, bro, at the end of the day, the more Roach complains, the better it is for you, bro. You don't
Yeah,
want
the
this
more you
fight to be
complain, the more
finished.
you lose the round because you just look like a pussy. Do you
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying?
you can't win a clean fight. You want
Yeah,
this fight to be dirty and messy. Lomachenko even headbutted there. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? For me, this is another Cruz round, bro. I don't know if you men are looking at it different, but
This one is definitely a Cruise round,
I
100%.
don't see. I don't know. I see the fight slightly different. For me, and it's also from a perspective of momentum, because I don't really feel like this fight's going the way Roach wants it to go, bruv.
100%. I said that. Cruz has the first mission number one. If you're Cruz, get you to fight my fight. That's been achieved. Mission number one is
Facts.
achieved. Mission number two is try and get a knockdown and know that I can knock you down. That's been achieved. So now I've got everything. You have to change the momentum of this fight now. You've got all the work to do.
Roach is trying to apply some distance, which I guess he's just picking his spurts and when he does that. But
I think that makes the most sense. Do you know what I mean? When
yeah,
you're on the
it
move too
definitely
much,
does.
but it's gonna be you're gonna have to pick the right punches and the right movement. It's a lot to think
That was
about
a good
when
shot
you're in a
from
fight.
Roach. See, when he's fighting at
Oh, it's
long
a good
range,
right hand.
good right hand from Roach.
That's
When
from
he's
Cruz.
Nah, I remember I'm at a different time than you, innit?
Ah,
Um, yeah, that was a good right hand from Cruz.
yeah. That
When
that's definitely a Cruz round for me.
when he's at when he's at long range and the fight's at distance, obviously Roach is a significantly better fight. The fight's going similar to how I thought it would go.
Mm.
I knew Pitbull Cruz would have his moments. And I knew Roach would have his moments. Bro,
Let me
if
see
you
this
listen
low
to
blow.
if you listen to the way what me and Nick said in the breakdown before the fight started, we literally said there's no debating. Roach is a better boxer than Cruz. But Cruz is winning this fight not through boxing, bro. That
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
dirty headbutt, bro.
yeah.
That was a dirty headbutt.
You know, I just saw as well when I watched it on the playback. Cruz is hitting low, and in the split second, he's hitting low as part of a combination. So in the
Facts.
split second that Lamont Roach looks to complain to the ref, he's landing a hook. Do you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? He's landing a hook.
And another thing Cruz is doing well is he's not throwing left, right, left, right, left, right, so you can change your body to adjust to it.
Yes.
Sometimes he's throwing the same hand in the
Yeah.
combination.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, literally he's going low blow to the body with the left, but then the left hook following up straight away. You ain't even
yeah,
got time to
facts.
complain.
And
If the ref doesn't jump in straight
that's
away,
a good combination from Roach there. That was a really good combination because
yeah.
Cruz dipped
I
like it was
thought
a
Roach
free.
would have outclassed him.
Bro, you got to bear in mind, yeah. This round, as soon as I found out that the fight was at 40, I changed my prediction. Because for me, I don't know Roach to move up and fight at 140 to move. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one thing moving at 130 and 135. But to carry the extra weight to 140, it's gonna be harder, bro. He can't
Also,
I don't trust his gas tank to use his legs for 12 rounds.
also, Roach has never fought anybody like Cruz before. He fought a power puncher in Tank, but not someone that's a mad dog that's going to chase you down
And volume.
like Cruz and throw volume. He's not fought someone like this before.
And messy and dirty and stuff. The thing is, the best way for him to win, as we've seen, is to box off the back foot and move. But he can't do that for 12 rounds at 40. Nobody can tell me that he can do that for 12 rounds at 40.
And
He's
if you
never
get
fought at
knocked
40
down
before.
while doing that, it's the fight. The fight's over. You will really
You're
have
right.
no way to
You're
win.
right. That's a good point, Nick, because it was him going in reverse and getting caught off balance that got him dropped.
Yeah.
He probably realized that, bro, I can't fight at one. I can't fight going back. That was a great right hand again from Cruz. And Cruz looks like the stronger fighter in there.
He probably is.
That's a good body shot again.
Roach only fought Tank at 135. It's really a 130. This is what we're saying,
That's
bro.
what I said.
This is what we're
That's why we
saying.
changed our prediction before the fight started.
This
So
was my
both me and
concern.
him found out.
This was my worry about Crawford jumping straight up to 168. That's a good left hand from
The only difference is
Roach,
he's
though.
fighting Canelo. Canelo's washed, innit?
Yeah. But Prime Canelo could sustain these types of attacks.
Yeah,
Canelo
facts.
now can't.
Facts. Exactly. That's literally it. If you
Anyone that put money on Canelo winning is just in denial. They're watching their gyal go to the gym and beat a personal trainer and never losing no weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were just in denial, blood, because man, them really in the world of boxing didn't want to accept that Canelo was depleted and not the same fighter. Anybody that thought that Canelo was beating Crawford just didn't accept that Canelo's been washed.
Shafiq, I don't know if Roach has won this round, bro.
Cruz has won this round to me.
I don't know about that, bro. I'm watching a different fight, fam, because I see Roach landing some good shots, but I don't know if, bro, that is a great right hand that ended the round as well. For me, I think Cruz won that round. I don't know, bro.
I've got that Cruz round as well.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm scoring again. This is gonna be a fight where
Shafiq, how are you scoring it? Like, what?
Maybe
why?
It's about what you like, because I do see. I don't get it twisted. I see the good things that Roach is doing. I just think when you score a fight, you got to look at the whole picture. I think in terms of who's controlling the pace of the fight, it's nipping and tucking. But for the
Lamont Roach has outlanded Cruz 101 to 97. That's not good for someone who's a super technical boxer fighting someone who's just running in and power punching. You would have expected that margin to be a lot further forwards. Do you know what I'm saying?
And not to mention when the guy's already dropped you.
Yeah, 100%. You're not actually throwing up punches.
If you're landing pity patty jabs and this nigga's landed 97 hooks and you're landing, some of your punches have been jabs. That's not a good exchange rate.
That's what I'm saying.
If Nick lands 97 hooks and I've landed 100 jabs, guess who's losing the fight?
Yeah, 100%. It's like if Arsenal play fucking Bournemouth or Sunderland and we have 55% possession. This is a much
better start to the round for Roach. This is a much better.
Fire alarm going off in my building.
Yeah, I can hear it still.
We'll give it a minute and see if people leave.
That was a good shot from Roach again. It's a much better round from Roach. He's boxing well. He's pot shot well. He's caught some good punches. I think Cruz is just one-dimensional, so it's easy to get to the swing and to the pace.
He's one-dimensional, but do you know what Lamont Roach hasn't done, or what Cruz has not allowed him to do, is get his rhythm and timing. His rhythm is so janky; it's not a consistent rhythm. Do you know what I'm saying?
I also feel like that's because Roach has fought Cruz's fight up in the pocket. If he fought with him for the fight for the most part on the back foot and he trusted his back foot gas tank and his legs to go down the stretch, then he would have caught the pace because Cruz lunges in when he's fighting movers. But when he's fighting someone in the pocket, then he becomes more crafty and a bit more, less one-dimensional. But when he's fighting someone who's boxing off the back foot, that's when you start to see a lot more of the one piece.
He's losing a point. Cruz is losing a point.
Yeah, he's lost the point. Which
That's huge. That's huge. Yeah. In round 7, that is absolutely huge.
That's pretty much cancelled out the knockdown. That's gonna give Roach some confidence. That's a good right hand from both fighters, to be honest. They exchanged good right hands there. When
Cruz tries to jab, he loses the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? But when he makes it ugly and messy, I mean, this is the thing. how much constitution the ref is going to have to allow the messiness is really going to play a factor.
Massive, massive. But he's taken a point from him
Yeah.
in round 7. So
What was that for? Was that for holding, or was
a punch on
what
a
was that for?
low punch.
Okay.
He won't deduct a point for clinching because they're both clinching each other.
One thing I will say about Pitbull, he's thrown a lot of hooks, but he's not throwing any uppercuts. When they get in close, I wonder if he doesn't just launch off an uppercut. I mean, he's
I
only
don't
going for
actually
hooks.
know Cruz to throw uppercuts like that.
Yeah, but he's getting under his man so much. I know he didn't throw hooks.
Why for that?
He didn't throw lots of uppercuts against Tank, but they're the kind of the same size. They're dipping into the same positions. Pause. And he hit him.
I think the uppercut for Roach is there.
He hit him low again, right on that last punch. Did you see him?
If I'm Roach, I'm doing the same thing though. Complain to
What's that? 10-8? Is that 10-8 Roach?
Yeah, it would be a 10-8 Roach round. If I'm Roach though, I'm complaining to the ref. You complain to the ref, you get a what's it called? You get this nigga disqualified.
Yeah. Roach can't fight at 140 or 135 with no footwork. He has to go to 130. He might have footwork with different fighters though. If he's fighting who else at 140 blood? If he's fighting Hitchens or any of them kind of man, he might have more footwork. Do you know what I'm saying? But against Cruz, your footwork's going to kill you. Where's he going to move to, blood? Are you going to move into the back of the ropes and he get his head popped off?
Yeah. I see Zepeda brutalizing a Roach. Zepeda's slightly more. So Zepeda's worse than Cruz, though. I think Zepeda's feet's much slower. Plus, Zepeda don't have punch power. That's the biggest problem. At least Cruz actually has threatening power.
Yeah. Into round 8. Don't forget to like the video, man. Then like the video, please. Larry Hazard's card now has it 66-65 in favor of Cruz, so very, very close.
I probably would say similar. I think the last 2 rounds you can give to Roach. I think.
Yeah,
definitely the last round.
Shakur versus Lamont at 140. Shakur will smoke Lamont Roach.
I think that's
a
bad style for Roach anyway. Because
100%.
Roach is normally relying on a lot of timing and speed, but he's fighting at 40 where he would actually have to be the puncher at 40 and he don't punch. So I don't
be surprised to see Cruz start complaining to the referee in the second half of the fight now as well about everything.
Who you? You saying that you?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Why do you say that?
Just because I just think that he'll want to curry some favor with the ref. I
actually think Roach is now gonna fight off the back foot for the rest of the fight because
he's trying to walk him down now. That was interesting. Cruz is walking backwards and Roach is walking forward.
That was a good shot from Cruz.
Yeah, when he was walking off the he launched off the back foot. That was really smart.
That was smart. Really, he stepped back and tried to lull him into a false sense of security and landed a good left hand.
He did lull him into a false sense of security. Roach went hunting blood and didn't like what he found.
Literally, that's wrong. That's actually quite witty. Marcus Maidana used to do that a lot. You know what, though? This is one of those fights where I think both fighters will look back at it as missed opportunities, whoever loses the fight.
But they'll both be wrong because they're both doing what they can do. It's not when I'm looking at Roach in there in the last fight. I was looking at Fulton, thinking there's other things you can do and you're not doing it.
No. But I think Cruz will look at it and I think he would look at it like, but since he's got deducted a point, he's stopped throwing body punches, and where Roach is gonna be where he's lost it is the fact that in the early rounds, he was trying to pot shot, and pot shot in a pocket with a volume puncher is never a good thing to do. So now he's using his legs, now he's using his athleticism, he's fighting much better. I think he's winning this round as well. I ain't scored the fight properly, but if the fight was a draw or, one fight I had either way, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I think both of them will look at it as missed opportunities. Definitely Cruz, because The body punch is something that he's definitely been. I can see Cruz winning this fight, as you said, though, it being in Texas and everything, and him being a naturally aggressive fighter. One thing
Yeah.
I will say to Cruz, though, Roach, though, is if Roach feels like fighting off the back foot is going to win him this fight, then you should have been fighting off the back foot earlier in the fight. You fighting off the back foot with 3 rounds left and you potentially being down on the cards doesn't look good on certain judges' scorecards. I'll
Yeah.
give you an example, Nick. You see, if one of the judges have him down on the cards and then you start fighting off the back foot, I'm less inclined to give you the round if it's close.
Yeah. Why is Cruz sticking out his tongue? That was mad. I don't know what that was about.
Why for them man they're sticking out their tongue for man and bowing down? Why
That was a
was
bit crazy.
yeah, trust me, fire for them man there.
Into round 9, I don't think that this is a fight of you know, on the front foot or on the back foot. I think that Roach will have needed a good diversity in terms of times he's picking his
No, no,
moments to
no,
go
no.
forward.
I'm not saying
I know that's not what you're saying. You're just saying if he starts to just fight off the back foot now, but I think the mistake that he's had in the fight is not having that diversity. And maybe, I don't want to say look at Roach and say, oh, look at Crawford, because Crawford's one of the best. But Crawford does everything. He does everything. He fights off the back foot. He pushes the pressure. He does all the different things at the different times. That's the difference.
Cruz needs to go back to the body, bro. Like, I don't know why he stopped going to the body. The headshots will be there if you go to the body first.
Freaky little weirdo. Well, gone for my man. I don't know, bro. Man, there.
For me, like, the body shots was causing him discomfort. That's why he was complaining to the ref. Some of them were low, some of them weren't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, go
Yeah,
back. I don't know. I hate when I see fighters do that, bro. Like, on a Derek Chisora thing, the ref warns you, just keep doing it, bro.
yeah.
That was a good shot from Cruz.
The thing is, if you're Cruz, you're not looking to win this on points anyway, blood. So
But you
fuck it.
can by volume, innit?
Yeah,
That was a good body shot again by Cruz. This is what I'm talking about. It's the
yeah,
body shots that's gonna cause him problems, bro.
yeah.
I don't know. Since it's
And not allow
the
him, and
three
not
rounds or
allow
the
him to
two
round on
rounds,
the back foot.
the
It's not going
two
to allow him to go.
the two other that was a good shot from Cruz. Cruz is winning this round. The 2 rounds of the 3 rounds that Cruz lost in a row was because he stopped going to the body because of the point deduction. Bro,
Mm.
just because you got deducted the point, don't mean you can't go to the body. Just don't go low.
I don't like the way Lamont Roach throws his like wound up body shots.
Roach is losing this round. Roach is losing this round. Roach
The
is
wound, the
definitely.
wound up body shot thrown like
What
kind of
a
Afro
shot from
thunder.
Cruz. And I normally like fighters who box, but Cruz has shown me a bit of variety in this fight.
Mm.
Because I felt like, you know what? I'm gonna need to get this guy into a full sense of security. And in this round, he's actually fought off the back foot as like a back foot counter puncher.
He's
He's like a
shown
McDonald's toy where you
he,
literally round him up back and then he rifles or catapults himself into a shot.
Cruz has shown a lot of intelligence here. Technically, he's limited, but he's created a game plan.
A good body shot again from Cruz. A good
His team,
overhand right from him.
his team have created a game plan to work in his favor with the limited skill set that he's got. But also, he's making the necessary adjustments mid fight. He's
Facts.
making better adjustments than Roach is making.
Right, facts. I think Roach's adjustments I don't think Roach's adjustments has been they look like they were part of a game plan, but not part of what's actually happened in the fight.
The
You
big
know
left
when you
hand
got
from
like
Roach.
you know when you got a preset game plan.
Yeah,
That's a good left hand.
it's still a Cruz round for
For
me,
me, yeah,
but
definitely. I think Cruz won that round still. I don't know how you man saw it still. Man said Roach bad decision, Julian. You might be right. But I think oh my stream's gone down. Oh, you fucking bitch.
man, it's tired, bro. It's 5:15 for anyone
You
that's
man
not
hit
in
the
the
like
UK.
button. We are currently on. Let me tell you how much likes you and I wanted that
If
to be
you man
fair.
just saw what happened in the UFC, what happened in the UFC, Mac?
We're on 26 likes. Can we get 4 more likes before the end of the stream? My stream is down, Nick. So the next few rounds, I don't even know if this is gonna work, blood.
That's peak.
And I was getting into this blood clot fight, you know.
They're coming out from round 10. We're into round 10.
For me, I probably just slightly. There we go. I slightly edge Cruz, but there's a good that was a good combination from um Roach still.
Bro tried a flying kick, landed on his hand, and snapped his elbow. Self TKO. That's mad. I'm gonna look that up on Twitter in a
See,
second.
look,
What's
they just put up their stats. Thank you very much for putting up the stats. Since round 4, Cruz hasn't landed more than 10 body punches in a round.
yeah?
That's my point, bro. Why is the body punch why is the body punch attack reduced, bro? That was a good
Roach,
shot.
Roach, Roach keeps when that shot just landed. Roach is shouting at someone in the corner. You need to focus on the fight, my G. He's in there shouting at man. And someone said it earlier. Like, why is Roach keep shouting at someone ringside? Do you know what I mean? Unless
Yeah,
you're
but
talking to the ref, there's no point talking to no one. If you can hear instructions or anything, just focus because. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who you're looking for. You're doing a Daniel Dubois right now.
good
And
shot.
again, it's another Cruz is doing.
I think Roach is
Hey,
doing good
look,
in this. I think Roach is doing good in this round still. He's keeping his distance. He's boxing off the back foot well. The issue is you ain't done this the whole fight, so I don't know how a judge scores this because a judge might not like it. But he's definitely landing more punches in this round.
it's Cruz corner that he's shouting at. He needs to ignore them and just focus on the fight, bro. All of that stuff is making him look rattled. But I'm not gonna lie. Man say boxing is more dangerous than UFC. Boxing is by far more dangerous than the UFC.
Statistically, it's not even a debate.
It's not
More
even
people,
close.
more people,
Joe
more
Rogan will tell
people,
you boxing's more dangerous than the UFC. You man don't
more people
understand.
die in boxing a year than UFC, bro. All
You
you
man
need
don't
to do.
understand. Would you rather break your arm or would you rather die? In UFC, you're at far more risk of being cut, and you're in far more risk of dislocating your bones and stuff because you man have holds in that. But you are at a bigger risk of dying in boxing, and
Because in
ultimately,
boxing, you can
death
get
trumps
knocked
everything.
down. You can get knocked down, dropped and hurt, go back and continue fighting. In UFC, if you get dropped, the fight's pretty much done, fam.
DraftKings says Roach is smoking Cruz now. Is that accurate? I don't know who DraftKings are, but uh, not smoking is a bit strong. But yeah, the only thing you can do with boxing is watch it on mute. Don't listen to no commentary because everyone has a vested interest in a fighter, and so they're going to tell you that their
This is
fighter is
smart
winning.
from Cruz, you know. This is smart from
Yeah,
Cruz.
yeah.
This is
Roach
he's
looks
losing this round though, but
Roach looks rattled, bro. Roach looks
it's smart
rattled.
from Cruz fighting off the back foot because Roach wants to fight off the back foot. So it's like, bruv,
Yeah.
it's like if I'm Arsenal and I then went into a low block against Burnley, you force Burnley to come out and play football,
Ah,
innit? I thought Roach won that round though. If you were to ask me, I'd probably have it like what's that 10 rounds down? I probably would have it a draw.
yeah.
Maybe cruise up, but one round either way. I'm not upset about it at all.
I'm looking at this clip of I'm looking at this UFC clip now.
Man, them can we get to 30 likes, please? I think both fighters will be disappointed regardless of the result. I think both fighters could have done more. I think both fighters. Roach will be disappointed for certain reasons. I think Cruz will be disappointed because his body shots attack has reduced since the fifth round or so. So yeah, I think they both will be disappointed. Roach will be disappointed because he hasn't fought off the back foot probably since he hasn't fought off the back foot for the whole fight. At times he's held his feet in the pocket and caught with shots.
Yeah.
What did
I
Masaki
disagree. The
say?
only reason the boxing is more dangerous than the MMA in MMA is the rule set is made safer and fighters never fully crank submission and don't go all out.
Larry has his scorecard is probably similar to how I have it. I definitely have the last 4 or 5 rounds the same. And
Samson, we'll come back to why boxing's more dangerous in a
look,
second. But
look at what I said.
yeah,
Ever since round 5, Pitbull Cruz body punch based on statistics is reduced, and he's only won one round since round 5. What does that
yeah,
tell you? Bro, I don't understand why reducing body punches. I don't know. Just throw shots to the body. I just don't know why people headhunt against a guy that's gonna move.
yeah,
You can slip left, right, but you can't slip if the shot's straight down the middle, bro.
yeah.
How you gonna slip? my boy Jeff always used to say, if you go from one side of the street to the other, you still got to cross the middle. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you still got to cross the middle. Regardless of how you fight, you
yeah.
have
You
to
can't
cross
you
the
can't
middle.
slip right twice. You're gonna be turning around in a circle.
Literally.
That's it.
Why the body shots haven't, and I mean Nick always talks about that because Nick throws body shots when he fights, but why Cruz has stopped throwing body punches, I don't know. And you'd be disappointed at the end of this fight because statistically, I didn't even know the punch stats. I just could visually see it.
Yeah,
The punch stats just proved it to me from what I saw. But
yeah,
you can clearly see that since he's stopped throwing body punches, he's not won as much rounds.
yeah.
I think Cruz is losing this round as well. I don't think Roach has done a lot, and I think Cruz can still win it. But because Roach has used his feet, athleticism, and his distance,
Yeah.
he's probably gonna get the nod. But Cruz again will look at it and think, why am I not going to the
Missed
body?
opportunity. Missed
Missed
opportunity for sure.
opportunity.
Yeah.
And Roach probably could have won this fight easier if he fought like this from maybe round 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well.
5-5 at the moment. We think Giovanni. We think it's 5-5 at the moment in round 11. It looks like Roach probably leaning edge in this round. And maybe even at 140, our prediction could be right that we slightly edge it towards Roach, but it'll be close.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed at Cruz because he allowed the ref. Because, bro, you got deducted a point. That doesn't mean you should stop throwing body punches, bro.
Oh, good right hand from Cruz.
Oh, that was a good right hand. I saw that. That was a good right hand. That was
And
a
then they
good
got
right
to
hand. That
trade
was a
him.
good right hand.
Oh,
That
another
was
good
even
left
a
hand. Look at the
trading.
left hand at the end of the round. The
Oh,
left
good
hand.
left hand from Cruz.
Oh. This
I'll
is what
give
I'm
that
saying.
round to Roach still,
Man,
but
them. This is what I'm saying about the way Roach is fighting, bro. Who wants to win rounds and have to walk through punches like that? Look how you just got punched up in your headpiece, and that's you winning a round. That's you
facts.
winning a round. That's not a
That's why
round you lost.
facts.
Who wants to do that? Do you know what I'm
My
saying?
Doomsday says I got a feeling it might be a draw, but if it's a draw, we can't be mad. Neither fighter can be mad if it's a draw. Because I have it one fight, one round to Roach, but it could be one round to Cruz. You know what I'm saying? The momentum is definitely in Roach's favor. Let's not ever get that twisted. But you know,
If Roach wins the last fight, he might win the fight. The last round, you mean? He might win the fight because you can't let Cruz draw him out. But Cruz is drawing him out. That's the thing.
he did that. They wouldn't have had that exchange at the end if Cruz didn't draw him out.
Well, they had a little hug there at the beginning of the 12th, so let's see. Let's see what happens. Cruz not going to the body will cost him potentially his championship round. Let's see. Thank you
Roach
to everyone
landed
that's
more
here.
punches in that round, but only by 4. You know,
And they could be tippy tappy punches.
yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Roach has come out in this round negative, and I don't like that because when you got caught with a big shot, some judges might interpret it as you're hurt. You know them way there. That's
But
a good
also
shot.
he obviously the body language is given. He believes that he's winning. That's what it is. They probably told him you're up on the scorecards. And it's like, bro, maybe not, bro. Imagine how vexed you'll be if your coach has told you you're up on the scorecards and you do nothing for the last round
It's
and
a
then you weren't
close
up on the
fight.
scorecard.
That's why good. Oh, that's a great shot from Cruz. Cruz is winning this for the first minute of this round. Cruz is won. And again, I was the person you pick who don't. I don't really care who wins. To be honest with you,
No, no, no.
it was another good
Good
shot from
shot.
both
Good shot
fighters.
from Cruz. Good shot from Cruz. The only reason I'm saying good
Oh,
shot from
what a
Cruz,
left hook from Cruz! Oh,
the
what
only
a
reason
left
I'm
hook from
yeah,
Cruz!
the only
That
reason
was
I'm
a
saying the only reason I'm
sorry.
saying good hook from Cruz is because if they both land check left hooks on each other, it's better for Cruz. Do
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts. You're right. You're right. But that was there was a left hook that Cruz landed that Roach didn't land shit on. There was no change on that, bro.
Shafiq is saying that Roach should keep the distance, but you can't necessarily. You can't necessarily.
Bro, like, this
That's
is the problem when you move up 2 weight classes at a weight you're not comfortable fighting at.
bro. Shafiq Roach got dropped when he was keeping his distance, so who knows, blood? Do you know what I'm saying? You might
And
be
when
better
he
off in
got
the
dropped, he
pocket.
started holding his feet. Maybe he
Yeah.
knows that going in reverse is worse. I don't know.
Well, going in reverse, at the very least, you're off balance. And when he got knocked down, he got knocked down because he was off balance. He really doesn't want to be off
That was a good
balance.
shot from Roach there.
We're looking at your glass.
You know what it is? It's the charger that I'm using for my phone is the same charger for the laptop.
Oh, yeah, I do the same thing.
That was a good shot. I'm still giving. I'm leaning to. I'm leaning to
Cruz this round.
Cruz for this round. So
Yeah,
my
which means
score
I'd have it a draw. Last 30 seconds of the fight.
Good shot from Cruz.
Can
Good shot
Cruz
from
find any
Roach.
type of power punch? He probably won't be able to find a power punch.
Ooh, why did I don't know if that punch landed, but it would have caused some big damage because Cruz is loading up on these big shots.
Yeah.
Again, not going to the body though. Go body head. Nick alluded to the combination. Body shot, even if it's low, and then go to the same with the same hand, go to the head. Even if it's low. Even if it's low.
There you go. That's time. It's
Yeah,
probably going to end up being a draw, I reckon, for me.
yeah. I would if either fighter won, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I think
Cruz's corner is celebrating. Lamont Roach looks furious with someone.
Roach could be on the receiving end of two controversial decisions. In this fight, though, it would be himself to blame.
Oh yeah, he won the last fight. Yeah, 100%. He won the last fight. But I want to do a BLM thing and give it to Roach more time. But draw. Nah, bro, it's not for me. When it comes to boxing, it's not even a BLM thing. Realistically,
These fights could go to anyone, and in terms of a BLM thing, boxing is about who's the better fighter, bro. This ain't like a political issue, bro.
and
Like,
and and there's a lot of black men that dominate boxing anyway. It's not like I'm going to watch water polo and so I need to force the black agenda. Like it's not even like that. Like there's enough black fighters that are great to
bro,
not have to force it.
there's gonna be people who thought that Roach won. There's gonna be people who thought that Pitbull Cruz won. It comes down to what you like. In my opinion, I think both of them are gonna look back at this fight, and it was a good fight. So I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch neither. But I think both of them are gonna look at this fight and say, I could have done better. I think Roach is gonna look at this fight and think maybe I could have picked my punches and picked my moments to hold my feet at different times, maybe
Yeah,
box slightly better. And Pitbull Cruz is going to look at it and realize statistically, I lost more rounds when I stopped going to the body. You spoke about the combination of going to the body then going to the head with the same hand. And even if you go low with that shot, what it does is it brings your hands down or you complain to the ref and then there's a shot to the head and it lands. Do you know what I'm saying? These are the things that he wasn't doing before. And as I said, I didn't even see the punch stats, but I'm just giving myself credit. When I literally watched the fight live and I said from round 5 onwards, he stopped throwing body punches. And
yeah.
from round 5 onwards, he probably won a maximum of 2 to 3 rounds. And on both me and Nick's scorecards, he was way ahead in the fight with a knockdown and with a few rounds in the bank. And I genuinely don't know why the body shots stopped because the body shots was causing Lamont Roach problems. He was complaining, but he was complaining because the body shots were hurting, even though they were low. If they were low but they weren't hurting, he wouldn't complain as much. How do
Yeah.
you think Cruz does with the other 140 champions? Depends. I think Hitchens beats him comfortably. I think Teo beats him comfortably. I think Anton Russell will be a good fight. I got a draw, but got a feeling Cruz will take it. Maybe. Depends on what you like, bro. Depends on
Cruz
what
is
you
too
like.
small, bro. There's other guys in that division that's like Arnold Barboza's there, bro. He's massive compared to Cruz.
Yeah, Barbosa's massive. We watched Barbosa versus Catterall.
It's a draw.
Yeah,
It's
which is
officially a
fair.
draw.
That's fair. That's what I thought. Let me put one thing into perspective. I thought the ref done a great job, and I think the judges have done a great job. That was a great performance from the
Why
from the
is
ref.
why is why is majority draw crazy, Samson? Why is that crazy?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Back to
Let
back
me,
draws, you know.
it's true. It's true, man. And I hearing that. But what did who what did one of the what did one? Why is it crazy if you agree? That doesn't make sense.
I thought the same thing.
What judge did one of the judges give it to Roach or Cruz? Because it's a majority draw, so that means
Yeah,
one of the judges gave it 1 point to the other.
I'm not sure.
I think it draws fair. When one fighter gets knocked down and one fighter gets a point deducted, do you not think that's kind of mad, Nick? The fact that they will end
Yeah,
as a draw. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You,
yeah,
you
hundred
start
percent.
thinking to yourself, maybe if I didn't get knocked down, or maybe if I didn't get a point deducted.
It's a draw because Cruz lost a point for holding, which means Cruz won. No, it means it's a draw. What are you talking about, bro? I can't say is we won, but the ref gave the other team a penalty, so it's a draw. So then it was a draw. Then, like, what, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Roach,
Roach can look pissed, but he's pissed at himself. He didn't get the game plan right. The first
yeah,
6 rounds, he probably won two rounds out of the first six. He has to blame himself for that. Do you know what I'm saying? He has to blame himself for that. Me and Nick watched this fight, and I think even Nick said it earlier in the fight. He didn't give himself the best start. You know what I'm saying?
man said he's saying it's a BS decision, bro. At the end of the day, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you got dropped in the second round. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're just lucky to just be on your feet for 12 rounds. Do you know what I'm saying? Not even up for 12 for the rest of the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? You didn't give the best account of yourself, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And you didn't look like you knew what the best decision was. Were you going forwards? Were you fighting in the pocket? Were you going backwards? Man don't know what that was. Do you know what I'm
I,
saying?
if,
So
if, if I'm Cruz, I'll look at it like it's a missed opportunity.
yeah. Now I know what you're saying. If the point wasn't taken away, but I'm just saying it's irrelevant, in it. The point was taken away, so it's a draw. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no point saying we only lost or we only drew because X happened. Yeah, but that happened, didn't it? So that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just everyone could say that. Everyone could say that. Right now, Roach is sitting there thinking, "Oh, he caught me with a lucky shot, and if he didn't capture that lucky shot, I don't get knocked down, and then I win the fight." Yeah, okay. And Cruz is sitting there thinking, "Oh, the ref is too harsh. If the ref wasn't so harsh, you don't take a point. I win the fight." Everyone thinks that.
Facts,
Everybody thinks that.
and I think both of them could look at the moment. I think the way Roach ended the fight should have been how he started the fight, and I think the way Pitbull Cruz started the fight, bro. I hate when I see fighters throw the baby out with the bathwater, bro. You got caught with the ref gave you a point deduction for punches low. Me and Nick were watching this fight saying you should have just continued. It doesn't mean you have to throw the baby out with a bathwater, bro. Just because you got the ref said you got caught with a low punch doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Shout out to EMGM Sports as well. Shout out to you, bro. Big up to yourself still. One day we will link up and do a live. Bro, I'm in Mexico right now, so it's kind of mad.
Yeah. Shout out to EMGM as well. But yeah, draw. What happens next off the back of that draw then?
I want to see it
Rematch?
run back. I thought the fight was a good enough fight. Do you not think the fight was a good enough fight to run it back?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I feel like neither of these guys are doing that in at 140. So, fair enough. A rematch probably makes the most sense, bro. Because like I said, these men are just too small, bro. Especially Cruz, bro. How are you gonna put Cruz against Arnold Barboza?
How you gonna put Cruz against Hitchens as well, bro? Hitchens is fucking massive. I saw
Yeah,
Hitchens stand next to T.O.'s big. Hitchens is big. Like these men are big dudes, bro. Anton
yeah,
Russell. I don't know how the hell Anton Russell's still at 40, bro. That dude was fighting Jaron Ennis about 5 years ago in the amateur, or 10 years ago in the amateurs, bro.
yeah.
This guy just moved up 2 weight classes at one time. I don't understand that still.
Yeah. There's a lot there. By the
Now,
time
Roach
they're
ain't
ready
going
to
back
fight,
down to 30. He might go down to 35 because there's good fights for him at 35, but he ain't going
by the
down to
by the
30.
time they get round to fighting Dalton Smith's probably gonna have lost his opportunity anyway, blood, to be honest with you. Do you know what I'm saying? He probably would have lost by then. But there's big names there. Do you know what I'm saying? Sandor Martin makes sense size-wise. But like I said, Arnold Barboza is very, very big. Antoine Russell's very big. Keyshawn Davis is there.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about Keyshawn.
Keyshawn's there.
Because Keyshawn's moved to 30, 40 now, isn't it? Yeah, that
Yeah.
division's stacked, bro. And
Keyshawn's ranked number one with the WBO for Tio's belt.
uh, yeah, because Keyshawn was WBO champion at 35.
But we might never see that fight because obviously Tio is fighting Shakur. So
Oh, yeah, that's a fucking idiot thing, isn't it?
yeah, so it's not. So Keyshawn's not going to fight Shakur if Shakur wins and gets that belt. So what's you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
But like you say,
Keyshawn
Gary.
might go after somebody else. But yeah, I do see like Keyshawn. You look at that division. Roach is too small for those man that you just mentioned still,
Yeah,
and he's not skilled enough. You know what I'm
and
saying?
he's too small for. He's not fit. He's not just like he's not athletic enough. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not strong enough. Like it's not like he's small but strong. Your strength is not carrying upwards. So
And also,
going and fighting bigger guys is long.
also you're not Shakur. Shakur's small, but Shakur's overly technical. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. But we're still waiting to see Shakur. I'm just not saying that yet because we're still waiting. Someone said Abdullah Mason as well. We're still
No,
waiting.
Mason's at 35.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see Shakur against the really ugly fighters, the really, really ugly fighters, or the real technicians. We haven't seen him against. Do you know what I mean? I find it easier to place Roach, having seen him now against Pitbull and Tank, than I do being able to place Shakur. But obviously, Shakur's going to fight Tia, so that will help us a lot. Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
but we know just based off just the eye test that he's a better fighter than Roach in terms of boxing ability.
He's a better boxer technically, yeah. But how he deals with some of them situations that Roach has been put in, Roach has been asked questions and he's come up with a draw both times. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
And
right. You're right. I mean, Roach, we can definitely say this dude's got a chin. He's fought two big punches
yeah,
and come out. Obviously, he got dropped today, but he didn't. He wasn't rocked in it. Certain man get hit by a Cruz. We
nah, he
saw
was
what.
definitely rocked.
Nah, when
I mean,
bro.
he was like he got hit, bro. He got hit in this corner and touched the floor in
No,
that
but
corner,
that
bro.
was
He did a
again.
Tyson
That was
Fury.
again him fighting in
It's balance.
fighting
Yeah,
in
it's
reverse. I'm
balance.
not saying he did, bro. I'm not saying obviously you got hurt to a certain degree, but bro, Pitbull Cruz ironed out Rolly Romero, bro.
Yeah,
Ironed him.
yeah,
Ironed him. Rolly
mm,
Romero is now a 147 champion.
yeah,
Pitbull Cruz ironed him out.
yeah,
Tank irons man out on a easy basis.
yeah,
He took some big shots in there and still kept coming forward. Man, they
yeah.
ain't doing that again. I don't know if Shakur can take those shots. You're right. I
That's
don't know if
exactly what I'm
Shakur.
saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If Shakur fought that same fight, maybe he doesn't get hit, but if he does get cracked, I don't think that he. Yeah, I don't know that he's coming. And what Shakur's not doing is coming off the canvas and fighting in the pocket. He's not
Yeah,
doing that.
facts.
His point blank
Facts.
period not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, them. It's been emotional. It's 5:30 in the morning. Thank you for everyone that's been here.
Hit the
Shane, we'll
like
link up
button and
when you're
subscribe
back.
button. We'll be
Hit the
hitting
like button,
that.
hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying we put in a shift today with all the streams. None of the results went the way I wanted them to go. Blood. The Jar Pattaya fight, I couldn't find the streams. So I was furious. Then Arsenal lost, furious again. Then Rance's stream bugged, furious again. And then this fight I didn't really care about. But either way, it's just man's. It's been a
When you
bad
say
day.
you don't care, he cares about you don't care about the result.
What
When you
this
say you
fight?
don't when you say you don't care, it don't mean you don't care about the fight. You don't care about the result.
Yeah, I don't like. I didn't mind which way it went in it. Like
Yeah, yeah,
neither
yeah.
in no result could make me furious in it. Why is boxing more dangerous? You never explained. Okay, cool. Really quick. I'll give a quick reason as to why boxing is more. This isn't just me. This is various UFC champions I can point you to. Max Holloway said this. Joe Rogan has said this. They're MMA guys, and they know that boxing is more dangerous. So let me just explain why boxing is more dangerous for a start, real quick. Boxing, you only get punched. Everybody punches, yeah. So in MMA, there's going to be a lot of ground and pound. There's going to be a lot of wrestling. There's going to be a lot of jiu-jitsu. When we talk about dangerous, let's discuss what you mean by dangerous. The peak of dangerous, the absolute pinnacle of dangerous is death. That is the most serious thing. If you breaking your arm, it's not on the same level as death, yeah, in terms of danger levels, yeah. So the way that people die for the most part is headshots. 80% of all boxing is headshots. People throw punches to the head repeatedly. That is various mini concussions over and over and over and over again. Yeah. So that's just on the fighting. How I don't know the exact statistics, but I'd lay you good odds that across all of MMA, not just the UFC, but across all of MMA, probably 30 or 40% is on the floor or grappling and not necessarily striking. Boxing is 100% striking, and 80% of those strikes are to your head. The second reason that a lot of that is that boxing is more dangerous than UFC in terms of death or serious concussion. We don't see many MMA fighters. We see MMA fighters regularly retire and still be fit and healthy at 30, 50, 60, 70 years old. We rarely see that in boxing. Man like Chisora and White and Joyce are in their 30s and already slurring their words and can't talk properly. These men aren't even 40 yet. Some of these men are still actively fighting, slurring their words now already. Do you know what I'm saying? So constantly extremely way more dangerous. Then the other two factors about the sport in particular. One is the weight. most fighters are fighting at a lower weight class so that they can have as much of a physical advantage as possible. So they're fighting at a weight class that's the lowest they can strip their body down to. That means that you are severely dehydrated. The more dehydrated you are, the more your brain is going to be affected by concussions and different things like that. Look at Chris Eubank Jr. and other people are even better examples Shane can give you. When you are knocked down in UFC, if I knock you down, I generally speaking, a lot of MMA guys, unless you get hit once, you don't get knocked out and then in hospital and stuff like that. I knock you down, and once I get an advantage on you, I've seen people in MMA knock down and they go and stand like that and look at the fighter, and then the ref just calls it off. In boxing, if you are knocked down, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get back up and immediately start taking more damage to your head again. So you've been knocked down. Some people are concussed. They're on Queer Street. They're completely concussed. They don't know what day it is, what week it is. They're concussed. Within 8 seconds, man are punching you in your head straight away again.
Right.
And if, you know what I'm saying? So all of these things, like I say, MMA is more if you want to say that MMA is more gory, that's fine. It's way more blood. If you want to say MMA makes you cringe more because there's more like bone snaps and horrible injuries, that's fine. If you want to say one second, if you want to say all these different things that MMA has more of, 100%. MMA, you're more likely, but dangerous. Boxing is by far more dangerous.
What happened to Fury in the Wilder fight could never happen in UFC. Never. That fight's over. It's done. We're not counting. I'm not counting. Let me tell you the biggest difference. In UFC, there's no such thing as a count. Which basically tells you there is no me allowing you to recover to fight on. There isn't that. You in UFC, if you're out, the fight's over. We're waving this fight off. You're not going to fight anymore.
Yeah.
In boxing, we're going to allow you to recover. You know how sick that is, bro?
Yeah.
You know how sick that is for you to be allowed to recover. That for me is where what Nick just said was the maddest thing.
In boxing, one stat that kills this dead. In boxing, and this isn't a bragging stat, this is a fact. In boxing, since records began, there are 2,000 boxing-related deaths. We lose typically 10 to 15 fighters, 10, 12, 13 fighters to boxing to die from boxing-related injuries every single year. In the history of the UFC, no man has ever died as a result of his injuries from the UFC, ever. We lose 10 to 15 every year. That's now. That's not going back to the 50s when man were fighting drunk. That's now. Man still fight and die every single year. So that's why I take a zero tolerance stance on PEDs. And that's why people say you don't play boxing. You know what I'm saying? You could get into an MMA fight. The safest way to get hurt in boxing, when we talk about dangerous, what people don't realize is getting punched once by AJ and falling on the floor and being knocked out spark cold is the safest way to get to take damage in boxing. What you don't want to do is fight. If I'm a power puncher, if I punch you and knock you out cold, that's great. What you don't want to do is fight someone like a Shane or a Rance that's just going to jab your head off constantly. When you get hit clean like that, that's a mini concussion. And what you're doing is taking mini concussions for 36 minutes. We've seen people lose one boxing match, not by knockout, and never be the same. Ever be the same.
I've seen a fighter win a fight and die. Scott Westcroft won a fight.
That's crazy.
And died.
That's crazy. Won a fight and died.
That I don't know if the article is still out there somewhere. I can't even remember where it is. But if you type Shane Willoughby and Scott Westcroft, you'll find out where I put the. And in the beginning of my university dissertation, I literally quote Spencer Fearon, and it's literally boxing is the only human institution where you can have the ultimate win and the ultimate loss simultaneously. You can win and lose at the exact same time. Scott Westcroft won a fight and he lost. He fought Dex Spellman. And he beat Dex Spellman and lost his life whilst winning a fight.
We can name you multiple people that are in wheelchairs or paralyzed off the back of boxing. It doesn't exist in UFC. Now, UFC, like I say, when you are growing up in life, even not a road man, not gangs, fuck all that. You're just growing up in life. You will see people punch each other. You will see someone at the pub, or you'll see a fight on the street and people punch each other. So we're very accustomed to seeing a punch. Even at a football game, see someone throw a punch. We are not accustomed to seeing man twist up man's bones and break their bones and all the rest of it. So if you were not used to seeing fighting and you were watching a boxing match for the first time, or you were watching a UFC match for the first time, the UFC match looks a lot more gory. 100%.
Yeah,
I'm not calling them pussies. It looks gory. It's a lot of twist up, broken bones, lots of bloods. You can split, your elbows can split people. You're a smaller guy. 100%. I rate them, man, massively. But in terms of dangerous, death is the ultimate danger. Do you know what I'm saying? We ain't
Daniel Cormier done a
yeah.
5-minute interview with Joe Rogan explaining why boxing is worse than MMA.
Yeah.
So go and watch that. And Daniel Cormier is a UFC champion.
Yeah, Daniel, and like I say, Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, a lot of the other UFC champions say that boxing is more dangerous. I mean, you are extremely unlikely to die in a if you walk into UFC gym today and you get in an octagon with a decent fighter, a mid-level fighter like a Zach Parker or Josh Buatsi level UFC fighter, you are extremely unlikely to die. If you walk in a ring with Josh Buatsi or Anthony Yard with no experience, you are extremely likely not necessarily to die, but to face serious physical harm that will change your life.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? That's not going to happen in one fight in the UFC. You're more likely to get put to sleep. Man will just choke you and put you to sleep. But that is a very safe way to go about getting hurt. Boxing is the worst way to go about getting hurt because people regularly die.
And one of the best ways, and we will say this to end, when you are in a UFC fight, a lot of the fighters you're fighting have a lot more control of what they're doing. I'll give you an example. If they choke you out, they control you. They choke you out, you tap out, or whatever. They're in control. You see, when Beterbiev or Wilder or whoever's punching you, they don't actually know what that damage the punch is gonna do, bro. That punch might send you into next week. They don't know.
They man are sending full power punches. When you put someone in a lock, you put them in a lock, and then you slowly tighten it. You don't put them in a lock and break their neck and rip their head off, but you slowly tighten it. In boxing, we don't slowly go for power. Man are just taking your head clean off from the get-go.
And when you don't have control, it's like asking when are you in. And sorry, Nick, if you have flashbacks, but it's like asking a question of what's more dangerous: driving fast but with control, or driving fast but without control.
Yeah.
If you don't have control, you might be driving faster when you're in control, but it doesn't make a difference. When you're out of control, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, being in the UFC is like being in a car crash, and being in boxing is like being in a motorbike crash. There is no motorbike crash where you don't damage your head. It's impossible. It's categorically impossible, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what it is. But yeah, like Beterbiev is worse than Wilder. Wilder will knock you out with one punch. Wilder will knock you out with one punch. Beterbiev Wilder will not shave years off your life. Beterbiev, if God planned for you to die at 78, Beterbiev will make sure you die at 72. Do you know what I'm saying? That like he will shave life. He will shave.
Your quality of life is
your quality of life is done. But when you fight Beterbiev, you'll need a nurse to wipe your back you for the last 5 years of your life. Wilder won't do that to you. Wilder will just knock you out cold and you're fine. Being knocked out is the safest way to sustain damage. It looks bad. It looks horrible. I've been knocked out before, but it's the safest. If you're going to sustain damage, you are better off being knocked out than not. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Let's call this a day, bro.
We'll end it now. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the morning, man. It's mash up. I will shout you, man, next week. We'll do Only Facts podcast going to be out. Only Facts extra content. We'll try to shoot some this week, and then we'll take it from there, man. Then peace and love every time. You know what it is. Safe.